Social guys, what's happening?
What
Trey?
up, dude?
Living the fucking dream, Trey. How you doing, man?
Christmas is over. New Year's coming up.
Over. New Year's is coming up. How was your Christmas?
Dude, I had a good Christmas. The kids had a really good Christmas.
Good.
You know, obviously, for me, that's what it's all about these days.
Right.
So,
You got little kids.
yeah. So they made out.
Yeah.
Made out.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I think
like
my wife is still organizing the house. So
yeah, fair. Well, I would imagine it's a never-ending thing with me, and I live alone. I would imagine with kids, that's definitely a never-ending thing.
With your sheet over your window.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, gotta mix it up here and there.
Love it, man. Love it. Hey, real quick, we have a drink for today.
Okay.
And our guest, he'll have one when he gets on as well. Speaking of though, just to introduce everything, to preface everything here.
When in doubt, whip it out.
We have the third down guy. He's actually from Lima, Ohio.
Okay.
A friend of mine.
Yeah.
Been a long time friend of mine. Mark Walters is on the show today.
Okay.
So in lieu of that, we have the Queen City Breeze that we're going to drink today. This is going to be a one shot of Woodford Reserve.
Okay.
Topped off with some lemonade and 7-Up. This is the Queen City Breeze.
I'm gonna follow your lead.
All right, I got you. So yeah, but he's coming on the show. Recently, he just had an article come out about him. I saw it and I was like, Mark? Is that
He's
you?
affiliated with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Correct.
Because I'm not sure we had said Cincinnati yet. You said third down guy, but I'm sure there are people that know about as much about football as I do.
Yes, so this guy he's coming from, he's a diehard Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Sure.
And
much like yourself, I believe.
I am a Bengals fan, as you know.
Yeah.
And he's been making waves, though, throughout, the news industry and with Cincinnati fans all over the place.
Cool.
So,
well, very cool.
Yeah, so we'll have him on the
excellent.
show and talk to him a little bit about how it all began, how it started, his experience now as a different type of fan, not as just the casual goer.
Sure.
So that'll be interesting to talk to him a little bit about.
Yeah, I'm interested to
and
talk
especially Cincinnati does have a very big game coming up on Monday night next week. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Sure.
This is all new for Colin. I know this. So.
Absolutely.
But you get, it's even though it's out of your realm, you still get interested about. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
It is really interesting. I'll be excited to hear more about it.
Yeah, same here.
Looking forward to talking to Mark. He seems like a nice guy.
Absolutely. Hey, well, with that being said, let's start the show so that way we can start drinking.
Hell yeah.
Hey, social guys coming at you next. Roll it. Hey, welcome back to the Social Guys. As always, Colin motherfucking Jarvis here.
Colin motherfucking Jarvis.
As well as Trey Raines.
Motherfucking Raines.
Hey, and we're joined today by none other than the Mark Walters, the third down guy now. What's up, man?
Nothing much, man.
How you doing, Mark?
I've been, guys.
Dude, I'm excited to have you on the show, man. You've really been making some waves lately. Before we get started with that, why don't you hand me your little drink there?
Okay.
Let's get you topped off. Let's try this Queen City Breeze, why don't we?
All right.
Colin, you want to try it first?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, God, don't mind if I do.
Tell us what you think about that, man. I've had like Lynchburg lemonades, but this is a little different, adding the 7-Up to it. What do you think?
What it tastes like.
Well, why don't you guys taste it first?
All right, deal.
Then we talk about it.
Oh, yeah, you got to stir it up a little bit.
We'll stir it just a little bit here. It's different. I'm gonna say almost.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a Jolly Rancher.
Yes. And that go down like smooth, too, and all that stuff. So that could be a big problem.
It tastes like you put whiskey and 7-Up and lemonade together.
Right, exactly.
It does. There's nothing wrong with it. I can drink it.
I want the expert opinion from Colin.
There's no expert opinion. I'm not an expert. I'm certainly not an expert. But
you're more of a beer guy.
I am more of a beer guy.
Yeah.
I actually like whiskey a lot. Like too much is why I stopped drinking it as much. But when I do drink whiskey, I'd prefer just whiskey in a glass.
Yeah. Neat.
Probably not even ice. Yeah, I'd prefer it neat most of the time. Which doesn't mean I never had a mixed drink in my life before. Sure. But it's a little not to my taste. But that doesn't mean it's not good.
Yeah.
Certainly not expert.
Normally, I like the what do you call it? The my favorite drink is what I got in my decanter in my office is the Jack Daniel's honey. I usually like that neat with a splash of water, actually.
It's actually the first booze I ever bought in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorites. So.
Yeah. It's got an interesting taste. Just a little sweet to the whiskey.
So I'm going to enjoy the Queen City breeze here, but
yeah, it's not bad. It's
yeah.
And we're anti-drink snob on this show. We've said that explicitly before.
We have
but
said that.
I probably to just. I'm sure the parts separately are a little more to my taste than together.
All right, Mark. So hey, let's get back to you, man. Hey, so real quick though, at what point in time did you start becoming a season ticket holder for the Bengals?
Back in 2016, after like the Bengals and Pittsburgh playoff game, that was the day that we thought we was going to win that game, but stuff happened. Jeremy Hill fumbled the ball, then Burfitt and Adam Jones.
Jeremy Hill, man, I haven't heard that name in forever.
And you want to know some bad Trey? When we picked that ball off, and I was like, just don't fumble the ball. Don't fumble the ball. In first play of the game, that last drive, we did fumble.
Yeah.
And steal the pick. I was like, oh, gosh, here comes Ben Roethlisberger. You know how he do. March downfield.
Yep.
Get a game-winning touchdown. At least get his team to the field goal.
Could never get sacked.
Never get sacks, too, yeah. But, yeah.
So, in his prime.
Yeah, in his prime and all that. So
last year was a different story.
Yeah, so, but after that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get season ticket because I did get a call from a Bengals rep guy, and some reason they could look up ticket history, like on stuff or Ticketmaster, like, hey, look, you need to become a season ticket. It would be more cheaper than go on stuff and text. And I could use you guys see Ticketmaster and stuff. People jack the price up. Like this Monday night game.
Oh yeah,
$500 sit down below and all that stuff. Even the nosebleed's like $200.
And what's your face value of your ticket?
About like $100, I think. So it's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Then we make to the playoff of the home game, so it'd be face value.
And you never sell yours, right?
No, I go to all the games. I go to all the games and all that stuff.
When's the last time you missed a game?
Last year. Well, no, 2 years. I think 2 years ago during COVID season.
Okay,
that was a
pretty good reason why.
Yeah, Monday night game against Steelers, which we beat the Steelers. That's when Ryan Flint was our quarterback.
Oh, Ryan Finley.
Yeah, Finley was our quarterback, and everybody know he got that first down. He had that smile, that grin on his face.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, because I didn't have no vacation time to take off. But I went down there and tailgate with my Bengal crew, the Bengal Bomb Squad Wet and Longhorn Hard. Then we have some Steeler friends called the Yeelan Mom, great fans and all that stuff. I mean, they're Pittsburgh fans and all that stuff. And we have a saying on tailgate. Don't hate the fan, but hate the team and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because, we want to welcome anybody who's the team not even playing us or whatever, So
that's good.
Yeah, that was the only time I missed a game, and that was a game I wish I didn't because we beat the Steelers. But the following year, it was great to see beat Steelers last year, and then this year too, is amazing.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. What about, this all, when did it all start to begin for you? What do you got?
I was going to say, let's just back up and talk about what we're talking about. What can you describe a little bit about your
what you do?
Yeah.
Okay, what's to my pregame stuff before we get to the statement, and kickoff and
go through it all. Yeah.
Okay, so Sunday game, 1 o'clock game, we start taking around between 7 and 8 a.m. in the morning.
So you leave around here about 5 a.m.?
Well, I got a good friend of mine live in Cincinnati, just live 5 minutes away from the stadium. So I stay the night there on Saturday night, get up, I don't have to get up super early,
That's nice.
Great friend, me and my friend, we're great friends and all that stuff, and, my best friend. And she worked for the Bengals, too, and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did she do for the Bengals?
She's a graphic designer.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice. My neck of the woods.
Yeah, so she kind of she got an inside scoop and all that stuff. Her boss, they love me. They love my energy. They love how I get excited.
What are you doing for the Bengals? What have you got going on?
Every third down. Well, now every third down they put me on the jumbo squad. Way my towel just go crazy. And Trey know me a long time ago. I did have the energy, but he know I don't I'm not get attention to the spotlight.
Yeah.
And they just get everybody pumped. Because this really started during the last year, the playoff game against the Las Vegas Raiders. They put me on the jumbo squad about 8 times, and I got people messaging me saying, dude, they put you on a lot. We love the energies. Keep it up, you know. And I'll tell you.
Well, even before then, though, you were on TV quite a bit.
Yeah, TV on, with the Who Dey sign, the towel and all that stuff. Yeah. My cousin Kenny's, shout out to him and all that stuff, because he's the one got me.
Love Kenny. Kenny's from Walpock.
Yeah. That's all, that's my first cousin, and all that stuff. But Kenny's the one actually start, with everything. Because he took me to my first Bengal game back in, I think, mid-2000.
He had the tiger hat.
Yes, and he still wears the tiger hat.
Does he?
And all that stuff. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Yes. He took me to my first game against the Oakland Raiders when they was the Oakland Raiders and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's whole thing started. And all that stuff because me, my brother, and his two sons, we shared, going to the game with him because he had 2 tickets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then me and my brother just like, hey, let's just go.
Which is how we met.
Yep. We met way before.
Well, yeah,
we met way before.
But I mean, we've been to games together.
Yes, we've been to games together and all that stuff. But we know each other way before that. Because I used to go to the Blakes.
But now you don't sit with Ken though anymore, right?
No, because when I decided to get my own season ticket and all that stuff. Because when I was like, you know what, let's just get my season tickets. Go to all the games. It could be more cheaper and all that stuff. And it's way cheaper.
What's the cost of season tickets nowadays?
They did raise the price up because we went to the Super Bowl. Figured it. I have 2 tickets altogether, $2,000, which that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Because one of my friends say Bengals is the cheaper season ticket holder too.
Yeah, and where's your seats at?
156 row 4 in the end zone seats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so you're right there.
Yeah, because when I got my season ticket, I sit on the other side of the end zone, 126. I was like row 14 or something. Then I got down below every year and all that stuff, and trying to get that front row, but they give it to most of the business people because it's always different people all the time sitting down there.
Yeah.
And I know Captain Ovid. I don't know, Captain Ovid, Jeremy.
Yeah, he's the guy with the, he wears the, he looks like Captain Obvious, but it's all orange.
Yep, we call him Bingo Cap. Great guy.
Looks like a conductor.
Yes.
Cool.
He's all bingled out.
Yeah. Great guy and all that stuff. His wife is awesome. I know them guys very well. They tailgate and all that stuff, so.
Well, we'll have to link up with you the next time for a Bengals game then.
Yes.
And go
Oh,
tailgate.
definitely.
Yeah.
You got to come to Longwood Hall. You got to come to Lot 1 Bengal Bomb Squad.
So I got a story. I got a story for you guys real quick. So last year, me and my wife decided we were going to tailgate the Browns game. We lost that game, unfortunately. But we got there super early. Actually, we got there about 7:30 in the morning, close to 7:45 anyway. And we pull into the lot that's right across the street from the stadium. What we didn't know was this was like the players' family lot. We had no idea.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
So we pull in early, though. There's no cars there, right? There's this guy standing there. It's a security or whatever. Some young kid. And we pull in. We're just like, hey, can we park here? And he's like, man, this is my first day. And we're like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, I'm not even too sure what I need to do
fucking,
yet.
I don't know. I mean, sure. What am I going to do?
Yeah. So my wife yells out the window. She's like, what about for $20? And he's like, how about 40? And the other guy that was with us, he chipped in a 20. We chipped in a 20, gave him $40, and he's like, go on in. So we went in there, and these people who are coming by, you might know who this tailgate is, and I don't, because I don't know them. But we go in, we set up our own little miniature tailgate. I'm cooking burn-ins and stuff like that out on the grill. We got a TV set up and stuff like that. And this guy comes walking up to us, and he's like, hey, who are you guys? And we're like, we're just here tailgating for today, man. And he's like, oh. He's like, how'd you guys get passes back here or whatever? And we're like,
you mean your SWAT team security guard? Yeah, it was real difficult.
I was like, they were given to us. He's like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, well, hey, just so you guys know, he's like, we do a huge tailgate right over here, biggest tailgate at Paul Brown. He goes, we have tons of food, tons of drinks. You guys are more than welcome. And I'm just like, oh, awesome. Let
me ask you a question. They have a blow up thing of Joe Burrow.
I'm not sure. They had a huge RV and a huge tent.
Oh man, that could be Bingo Jim because it's right by the river, correct?
It wasn't Bingo Jim that came up to us because I know what he looks like.
Okay. Oh man, who is it?
But yeah, it was right by the river.
Okay, because you got the Bingo trailer though over there, and you know them guys.
I don't.
Really?
These guys said they had slushing machines and all this stuff going on.
Oh wow, I gotta figure out who's that.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Oh,
it looked like a good time.
It is.
So, but yeah, that was my story from last year. So now I feel like I have to show up just a little earlier and just catch a random security guard.
Yeah,
doesn't know what's going
on his first day to work too, and all that stuff.
Yeah, we totally belong here.
Yeah. This is our spot.
Yeah.
So. At what point did the third down guy kind of evolve?
It's probably this year and all that stuff when they put me on the screen a lot. Like the Thursday night game, they did put me a lot during the Miami Dolphins, all that. And then since then, they just start putting me on there all the time and all that stuff,
Really?
Yeah, and like I say, I have a good friend who worked for the Bengals. Her boss loved me and all that stuff, Like, I never met the guy, but I do want to meet the guy and all that stuff. So, yeah, so they say, you know what? Let's go with it and all that stuff. So, pretty much, like I say, it started kind of, I mean, I've been on the big screen a lot, the jumbo screen with my Who Dey sign towel, but it kind of got involved in more that playoff game a little bit last year, but this year, just every third down, every fourth down, they just put me on the big screen.
You were on it.
Yeah, I was on it. And all that stuff. Then TVs and all that stuff. You guys
I was
saw.
going to say, how often are you ended up on TV?
Oh, man.
I'd say probably about every home game.
Really?
Little. I mean, the Falcon game I was on there once, but the Browns game I was on twice during the first quarter and the third quarter and all that stuff. And I remember when I went to the Atlanta Falcons Bengals game, they played in the new stadium. When it was like the first half, we scored a touchdown, and everybody, and I was on TV, and everybody's like text me. Even my own football coach, my line coach, called me. He's like, "Hey, you was on TV." I was like, "Coach?" It's like
Made you proud, Coach. I did it.
I did. Oh yeah,
Made it.
I told you were going to watch me on Sundays.
Right. Oh yeah. But it was amazing that he called me during the game. I was like, "Coach?" It's like, Mark's like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like, "Hey, you was on TV. We saw you." It's like, "Really?" Everybody's like, "Everybody, you down Atlanta?" It's like, "Well, that's me right there. Who else? Not my twin brothers, 'cause I got only one brother, and he's older than me."
Did you see me? I was going fucking nuts. I was
Exactly.
So, but now also though, before all this, you used to have like really red hair, right? Did you dye it?
I dye it.
Yeah,
because you remember Andy Dalton?
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
he's my favorite player still all time. It's not just his on the field, it's off the field because he did a lot of stuff for Cincinnati and all that.
I know him and his wife donated a lot to Cincinnati Children's Hospital every year.
Yes.
Like
you
upwards.
dyed your hair to be more red, or you dye it to be less red?
More red.
Got it. Okay. Sorry. No, I wasn't following that. I was
Because the funny part is,
I'm trying to look at your hair under your hat.
Well, it's funny.
It's darker now, though.
Yeah,
right?
it's darker now. But
Yeah.
I mean, I got a hold of my hair, so I'm getting it done this Thursday and all that stuff. So yeah, because everybody say I look like Andy Dalton when he did not grow facial hair, but now he grow facial hair. Everybody's like, "Holy cow, you guys look like each other." Like Cleveland fans, I went to Cleveland last year, and they say, "Hey, Andy Dalton." I was like, "What's up?" And they say, "You suck." It's like, "Oh, thanks, guy." That game didn't mean nuts because we clinched the division and all that stuff, and we have a third string players in, like they're playing on JV squad. They still have Nick Chubb and all them guys.
Yeah. And
they bought Nick Chubb back in the third quarter. They cheered, and I was like, wow, you guys are so pitiful. Like, you bought Nick Chubb in, you guys barely beating us and all that stuff. But yeah, like, it's crazy. And they came down. It's like, "Hey, dude, we appreciate you didn't retire." I know going to away games, I know I'm gonna get heckled. Hopefully not, but I knew that and all that stuff.
Sure.
But them guys was cool.
You go nuts out there, though.
Oh, I go. Well, the away games I do go nuts and all that stuff, but home games I go extremely nuts.
Do you go to away games too?
I went this year in Nashville.
Okay.
That was a fun time. Spend the weekend and all that stuff. Spent a lot of money too. I mean, it's not a cheap trip.
Nash Vegas is pretty expensive.
Oh, it's a good time though.
It is a good time,
but it's a lot of fun. I went with 3 other people. They was women, all that stuff.
Yeah,
no guys. I'm a ladies man because most of my guys friends are married and all that stuff. So I mean, but I hang out with females more often.
Colin likes you more and more.
Sounds like a good plan. Yeah,
hey man, it's all good. So but it was a fun time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then Sunday, well, I got up extremely early. Like we went out that night before and all that, so I got to stream up. But I was ready before the other 3 girls. I was like, "Come on, guys, let's go!" Because Nashville was. Nashville,
get your ass up.
Exactly.
First band goes on in Nashville at like 9:30 a.m.
Right.
Last one comes off at like 3 a.m.
Yes.
It's an insane time there.
It is.
Nashville's a hell of a place.
Oh, it's fun.
It's a great. Well, yeah.
That's why we call it Nash Vegas.
Vegas. Yes.
We once spent we spent like 12 hours in one bar one time.
What bar was that?
They're expensive beers too.
It was not a cheap day.
It was not a cheap day.
It's not a cheap day.
What bar was that? You spent 12 hours.
Nudies Honky Tonk right across the street.
I was there. I was there at that one.
I love that bar. They got food, and for those of you who've never been, Nudies is like the name of a guy. It's not a strip club.
No.
It's there's 3 different floors and like 3 different bands, and they got food in the bucket. And for Broadway Nashville, the drinks were not that expensive. It was crazy expensive compared to like the Alpha, but it was you could buy a beer for $4,
right?
Which was a lot. I thought at the time, but also I think I found ones that were like 10. So
and they're definitely out.
Well,
there.
that's like whiskey and liquor. They're like $10-$12. I was like, holy Jesus.
That's been a handful of years ago. It was great though. It was just that was a hell of a day.
I went there for a bachelor party. It was insane. Absolutely.
I think that was a bachelor party. It was
good time though. Good time,
man.
We had a guy jump off of a balcony into a pool.
Dang.
Insane.
Yeah.
He didn't get hurt or nothing, right?
Yeah, he did, but he didn't care.
He probably was totally drunk, didn't know what he's doing. He probably woke up
Yeah, that was at 10 a.m.
in the morning?
Yeah, or maybe noon.
These things happen.
These things
happen.
Yeah, he had a fifth gone by noon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about Nashville later.
Yes. Off the record.
Yeah. So you've met, and we kind of touched on this a little bit, but you've met so many other season ticket holders.
Mm-hmm.
Who of them have become really good friends to you now?
The people who I tailgate with a lot, Chris Neese, he's a very good friend of mine. He run the Bengal Bomb Squad West.
Okay.
And Chris Ivy.
And what is that?
That's all tailgate name.
Oh,
Bengal
okay.
Bomb Squad West.
Okay, gotcha.
And we got one over the Bengal.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, it is. But we got a Bengal Bomb Squad though on Lot 1. Big John, he run that show. And
Fuck
all
those
that.
guys.
No, they're great.
Sons of bitches. I can't believe it.
Well, Big John was the original Bomb Squad and all that stuff. And Chris.
I feel like Big John should
We got to cut him down.
I feel like Big John probably started Bomb Squad.
He did. So
I don't know who that is.
He did.
I don't either, but I'm just guessing by the name.
Oh, you met him? He's an awesome guy, you know that stuff. But like,
I'm sure. I'm fucking around.
I know. But
Fuck that guy. We gotta cut him down.
Yeah. Screw that guy.
then,
There's only room for one Bengal Bomb Squad around here. We're gonna play beer pong in the winter. It's the new Bengal Bomb Squad. Another team has to go root for the Ravens.
That's rough.
It is.
How has the game changed for you as you developed this fan overtaking? Meaning, like you were just a guy who was going to the games. Now you're super recognized, and has this changed your experience of how you kind of take in game day now?
I mean, I got to go hard now. Like well, I'll tell you this.
It's going hard in the motherfucking paint every day.
Hard in the motherfucking
Well, I got to go hard now because this upcoming game, Monday night game in Buffalo, is going to be a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah,
it will be. And I mean,
we should make him a Bengals social guy shirt.
What's he gonna say?
Just I don't know. We'll come up with something though.
Well, okay. How about this? He's getting on TV. We just get him a shirt that says #social guys. Let's get some free marketing out of this.
Well, and I got a good friend of mine. He's Jackpot Joey. I don't know. You know him? Well, I don't. He's a very good friend of mine.
Jackpot Joey.
Yeah, Jackpot. It's all about.
Dude, I love these names.
That's awesome. That's my favorite one so far.
Well,
I feel like he should go to Vegas. Like, screw the football thing. Let's go to Las Vegas.
Well, he got
Jackpot Joey.
He got his brand, and I wish I wore his hat. He gave me a free hat with number 9 and all that stuff. It's all about Joe Burrows and all that stuff. Sweatshirt, T-shirts, all that stuff.
Joey.
He's trying to brand his name.
That is awesome.
And a lot of people
awesome.
say I need to brand third down guy and all that.
Oh, you should absolutely.
I should, and
we'll talk about that after the show.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I know a great marketing company.
So yeah,
that's awesome. Okay, Jackpot Joey's a hell of a name. That's my new favorite name
it is.
tonight.
It is. And I'll tell Matt about and all that stuff because he's a very good friend of mine and all that stuff. He's a great guy and all that stuff. So yeah, and it's a big thing and all that stuff. And what's so awesome, booming aside, his TV show they got Jackpot Joey, brands, hats, and everything. They wear his stuff. Yeah. Even some of the players do and all that stuff. So he's
top notch.
Yeah, he's no small market. He's getting bigger and all that stuff.
That's cool.
Well, tell him I think the name's cool.
Yeah, I will match him.
Tell Big Jimmy he needs a cooler name. It's not nearly as cool a name as
Big John.
Big John. What?
Big John?
You see how forgettable
Big John,
it is?
they call him
Big Joe.
No, Big John.
Big John.
See how forgettable it is? It's not nearly as good as Jackpot Joey.
Jackpot Joe.
Jackpot Joey, yeah.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Whatever, man. That's a cool name.
It is. What takes over for you during game day? Like, is there do you have to now kind of do you got to take a couple drinks?
Yep, I do. Not gonna lie. You know, when I get the tailgate, I ask my friend Rob.
Say he was going hard.
Well, I mean, the Dolphin game I did went hard, and you guys know the story behind that. And a lot of people told me about that. It's like
These things happen.
It do. But when I get there, we have my friend Robin. She's like 60-some years old. She get there at 6 o'clock in the morning at Longwood Hall on Sunday. But doing like prime
She goes hard. 60-year-old.
She used to, but she used to went hard on me. Oh, buddy. She was like, we literally had to carry her out, you know. But, Robin, you watch this. I love you. You know, thank you for the drink too. She's the one like I bum off, and she don't care. She know like you know I drink and all that stuff. But yeah, have a cup of drink. Then we walk around Longwood Hall and all that stuff. Then at that around like if like
a bar.
No, so yeah, go ahead and explain to everybody what Longwood Hall is.
You mentioned it a couple times.
Longwood Hall is a private parking lot, and there's business there. The person who owned the Energy Club. I don't know if you know about the Energy Club.
Is that a bar?
No, it's a nightclub for like a bunch of college
Yeah, I did
kids.
not know that actually.
Okay. Yeah, but it's so ratchet, no offense. It is.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times like
there's every reasonable chance I've been, but
but it's
nobody's
like,
ever going to be able to say for sure.
but it's a young college club thing, you know. But I don't hire Mecca going there. But no offense to the owner, because that's that change. But yeah, it's a big old long parking lot.
Okay,
that's with all the people who tailgate, the rowdy. We are the rowdy bunch.
Got it.
Cause like Bingo Gym, they park in the city, like parking lot. So
fake Bengal Bomb Squad.
No. Bingo Gym got his own brand. He got his own brand.
It's not as good.
You know.
It's
good. Yeah.
I think Bingo Gym's the top one.
No.
The name doesn't do it for me.
He's out.
Well,
there's only one Bengal Bomb Squad, and it's your guys.
Bomb Squad West.
You heard it here.
We're the West Side people.
Yeah, there's no other sides.
West
it's
side.
Just West. West Side for
well, shout out
West
to
Side. West Side.
So like
flashing gang signs on here probably.
But we
Bingo gang signs.
So, but that's when you can go in anytime, and I'll say because the city parking lot they open up 3 hours before kickoff, which is like we like Longwood Hall because we can tailgate all like this Monday. We probably start around like 10 a.m. 11 o'clock.
10 a.m. It's an 8 o'clock game.
Do you use all your like PTO at work for Bengals games?
Not on Sunday. 'Cause I work night shift, so I go to the game, tailgate, go to the game, then go to work that night. On the afternoon game, but any kind of like 4:25.
Oh my god!
Yeah, right.
But the 4:25.
So you go to bed right after.
You are the
game.
marathon man,
I don't even
dude.
sleep sometime.
Oh my god!
I'm running with no sleep and all that stuff, and still go to work and all.
Dude, if we don't wrap these podcasts up by like 9:30, I get cranky. Like that's my bedtime, man. Like you're just like, are you like secretly like 20 years old still? Like, I mean, how are you handling
No, I'm
this?
32 years old, man.
Oh my god!
I mean,
you are the marathon man. Like, good for you.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I'm way better shape and better looking than I was my 20. Can I take care of myself, go work out and all that stuff, and eat right and all that stuff? But
I mean, that sounds miserable.
no, it's not miserable.
I've been actively avoiding that for quite some time.
I used to weigh 300 pounds before, and I look at myself like, oh my gosh, I was like that. I used to weigh 300 pounds and all that stuff, and
I don't feel bad, dude. I get tired around like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Like,
don't
oh my god!
Don't get me wrong. You feel comfortable in your body, go ahead, man. You know that's all that matters. You know. But yeah. But like for like Sunday afternoon game,
if I just get in shape, I'm just never gonna need to sleep again. Like, it's just,
hey, you need to sleep. You know, you need to sleep and all that stuff. So
I get sleep sometimes.
wow.
You know, all night shift people. It's all depend. Like if we sleep, I mean. We get 6-8 hours sleep, or we get 3.
That sounds miserable. You're my hero now.
You crash then after work?
Oh yeah, I sleep during breaks and all that stuff.
I thought you were going to say during work. Like,
hey,
just out.
No, that's a couple times I fall asleep during the line and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of that. Those all just staring up like, oh.
Life of the third down guy.
Yeah.
30 for 30.
Well, I got a good friend of mine. She's a coworker. She wanted to take a picture of me during break. I sit with them guys. It's like, this is the third down guy after every home game.
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah. Oh, no. She's a very good friend and all that. So, I mean, it's like, you want to post that up, and I gave her a shower. I hope she's watching this, She better like, oh, thank you for the shower. But I didn't expect her name and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, like, the afternoon games, like, it's
so Monday night you took off then?
Oh, yeah, I took off. Shoot, you kidding me? I'm not going to miss this game and all that stuff. Yeah, so what's so nice, I don't go, like Honda, they gave us off the second, like, New Year's Day and all that stuff, so we don't have to go back to work till Monday, but I took the vacation day on that.
Nice.
I'm taking that day off, so it's going to be nice if I'm going to be well rested, so I'm not going to be tired.
Nice.
So, yeah.
There you go. Life of the third down guy.
I think I'd have to start doing drugs or something. I don't know what else. I don't know what my other options would be.
Well, the funny part, people
Is
think
speed still a thing? Can you get that?
Yeah, we call it Bush Light.
Okay.
Bush Light.
I was like, if you asked me to like tailgate and then go to a football game and then drive home and then like go to work, I don't know what else I'd do.
Right, exactly.
I'd probably quit my job, honestly.
You want some neat? Well, you can't have it neat. But
No, I can't.
With a splash of ice.
I will have a little splash if you don't mind, just a small.
Go ahead. So, Mark, back to you, man. Has anyone on the team reached out to you about anything yet?
I know Sam Hubbard Foundation, they sent out a tweet.
Okay.
And during that couple of weeks ago on Monday,
So Sam Hubbard from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Defensive end.
Cincinnati native.
Yeah, Cincinnati native. His mom is big with. She's. I don't know if she's a bigwig, but she does work at Superior Bank.
That I don't know, but it might be. I don't know.
That's why he's focused. Yeah, credit union. That's why he's a big focus in a lot of their commercials.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that
me
one
either.
bit.
Yep, I'm almost dead positive, 100% positive on that.
Oh, I believe you.
I wonder if I could get Ohio State guy to start marketing for me.
See, that's what you need to do.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
But he and you do stuff?
His foundation tweeted, say, hey, everybody know this guy, let us know and all that stuff. So my friend with the Bengals, she texted me that, hey, I need email as soon as possible. So I gave my email to them. They do got my email. I know they want to do the next home game. I don't know about this upcoming home game or
Sure.
last. So I'm not hearing nothing back. I'm hoping to hear something soon. But if not, I'm okay with it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it'd be pretty sweet to meet him. But he is but he do
Dude's
have
larger
that
than life.
Oh yeah, he's
Huge.
I mean, I tell people this,
What is
like,
he, 6'4", 6'5"?
yeah, he's a big boy. But that was probably the great thing with Marvin Dim before he left. Drafting
265, I think he is.
Yeah, and we pick him up in the third round. That was a steal. 'Cause I remember I was at Fricker in Miamisburg during the second night watching draft, and we drafted. I got all excited about it. People are like, why are you getting all happy? Like, this kid is a ball player.
Oh, dude,
he
plays with a lot of heart, man.
yeah. I remember that Penn State game. He literally drove the running back to the quarterback lap and got a sack by that dude.
Oh yeah,
and that
when we picked up, and I know I'm talking a lot here, so about like football and stuff like that, and Colin's not as familiar, but when we
sports.
when we picked up Trey Hendrickson,
yes.
I was like,
Oh, that was a great pickup,
dude, it's about
because
to be on.
Watson Saint game. That kid don't give up. He played to the whistle blow and all that stuff. And he's playing with a broken wrist, and he played last week and all that stuff. I mean, that was probably the best pickup. I mean,
look at that, I was right on.
I mean,
Sam Hubbard is 6'5", 265.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He is a big dude in everybody, and I know a lot of guys. He's like, oh, he's good looking too, and all that stuff.
Big boy.
He is a big boy and all that stuff, but. Yeah, like him and Trey Henson, the best probably DN combo ever. Then we got DJ Reed is all pro.
DJ Reader's
he is not.
He's a bad,
I mean,
bad dude.
He is a bad dude, and when he came off from injury, he made an impact.
Oh, immediately.
What's so awesome? That game, that Tennessee game, he hit Daniel Henry. Like, you know who I am. Like he literally said that. He's like, you know
hit
who
Derrick Henry and said, you know who I am.
Yeah, you know who I am and all that stuff. Which with Daniel Henry
As a statement or as a question?
as a statement.
Yeah,
Okay.
more as a statement,
All right.
I would
I
say.
mean, because that game we shut down Daniel Henry because that's all Tennessee have. Like, I mean, don't get on. Tennessee is a good ball team, but they don't want the one man. That's Daniel Henry. If you shut them down, and we did shut them down. I mean, DJ Reed, Sam Hubbard, Mike Hunt, the corner. I mean, one play he just came around and just
Oh, you mean Mike Hilton? Yeah,
Mike
yeah,
Hilton
yeah.
just took Dan Henry leg down. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
like he shot out like a missile, you know. And
He's a little guy too.
he is a little guy and all
like
that stuff.
5'8", maybe
5'9", all that stuff. You know, I mean,
he hits with power though.
yeah, he do. And that game, like we just shut Dan Henry down. It was amazing,
Yeah.
and we did that with that Jamon Chase and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause T Hig, you see Tig. I mean, I hope the God that we can keep T Hig at his contract. But
I know.
he is a number one receiver. But
Yeah.
if he's not greedy and don't, money talk. You know how it is around here.
It does.
But hopefully he cares about winning championship and all that stuff. Hopefully we give him the money, all that stuff. So. Let's see. I mean, we got a long way to go. I mean, Joe Burrow's going to get his money.
I'm excited for the future of the Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
Really. I'm excited for this year for the Bengals.
Yes. Oh, we're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Mark's words.
Heard it here. Heard it here.
Well, I'll tell you this.
30 for 30.
Trey, if you talk to me last year's season, I just want to be over 500.
Yeah.
But I did not expect us to make it to the Super Bowl.
Burrow's a dog, man.
Burrow was a dog. Everybody was firing all cylinders and
Yeah.
everything. And I think the Las Vegas the regular season, I was like, dude, we have a chance to make a run. And we got a chance to win the division and all that stuff. And then we played Kansas City last year, beat them.
I just got an update on my watch.
What was that?
You're gonna love this.
Are we going to the Super Bowl?
Former All-Pro tackle Andrew Whitworth on joining the Bengals after Leo Collins' injury. I'll never say never. Said that he's not ruling out unretiring.
I mean, I've been seeing that a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. Whitney was he's a heck boy, but he's in shape, but it's different of being in shape and football shape.
True.
Because
he hasn't been gone, that long.
Exactly.
Deshaun Watson was gone longer.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and you know what's so funny? During that game, we was chanting "No means no, no means no." Everybody was doing all that stuff. I mean, no French Cleveland fans.
Wow.
Oh, I mean,
No means no.
we would chant. Everybody was. I even was doing all that stuff.
College.
Do you know about the whole story about Sean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was the first name that I recognized in about 10 minutes. Unfortunately.
But
All good. Hey, let's get into this rapid fire questions here.
Oh,
Guys ready?
lay it on
let's
me.
do it.
All right, Mark, first, you're up, man. Favorite dessert during the holidays?
Ooh. It's got to be probably pecan pie.
Ooh, okay.
Solid.
That
Might be my second.
He's a pie guy. My favorite dessert during the holiday is my aunt just made some. I've never had these before. They're so good though. It's like brown sugar glazed croissant rolls that have like apples in them in the middle with like caramel sauce, like a cinnamon caramel sauce. I don't know. It was so good though. So I'm gonna say those.
I feel like I've had
Aunt Betty, shout out.
I feel like I've had something like that. Cherry pie. Cherry pie is always my answer.
Yeah,
okay.
Pecan's probably my second, but cherry for sure. Aunt Barb, shout out.
What about pumpkin pie? I mean, pumpkin pie is up there with.
I'm kind of opposed. It's like I'm not a picky eater, but like I'll leave pumpkin on the table. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, I like pumpkin pie during Thanksgiving, but I won't eat it anytime else.
right. I understand.
It's just weird. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like pumpkins are for jack-o'-lanterns and their seeds. I like roasting up their seeds and eating them, and like
with some sea salt.
it's all fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But like I don't think the rest of it's edible. I think y'all are nuts.
What was your first memorable gift as a kid for Christmas? Colin, you want to take this one?
Oh wow.
Well, it's about what happened with it. My grandparents got me a badass. I mean, it's plastic, but like a hard plastic, like a really dirt. We've got it still. It's I was less than 5. It's 20-something years old.
Okay.
Sled. It was a badass sled. That'd be the most memorable because it weighed more than I did the year I got it. My dad pushed me down a hill with it, and like my lip like tore off, and like it was all fun. Anyway, yeah. So I remember that sled pretty well.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mark?
Oh my God, this is tough. I mean, oh my God. I mean, like the first gift I ever got. Remember? That's the
First one you remember.
Oh,
First one you remember.
I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't remember. That's all. I mean.
It's a long ways away.
Yes, it is. Be honest, I don't know. Tell you the truth, be honest.
All right.
I don't know what was my first gift I ever got. Be honest.
I'm
Say
gonna-
you remember.
I'm gonna say for me it'd be the Power Rangers Megazord. I got the big one with like all and every piece like came apart and you had its own like separate.
Yep.
Yeah. I was a Power Rangers geek.
Hey, Power Rangers was a dog.
I know.
That's great.
R.I.P. Tommy.
R.I.P. Tommy.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the Green Ranger, right? Tommy Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver?
Yeah.
Tommy
Well,
Oliver?
yeah. And then he became the White Ranger.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Next one.
Okay.
I got to Google stuff when I go home.
Who does the cooking over the holidays?
Oh, my mom.
Your mom?
Yeah, my mom. But this year she did cook the ham, her favorite potatoes and corn. Then my sibling, I have 5 sisters and all that stuff. They bought food too and all that stuff. But mostly my mom do the holiday cooking, like Thanksgiving.
Does the main stuff.
Oh, dude, like Thanksgiving, it's like a small. Even on we graduate.
Yeah.
She don't want people not have less food. If we have more food, hey, leftover for a couple of days,
Yep, absolutely. What about you, Colin?
Team effort for sure in my family. My mom is carrying a lot more of it, especially as my grandma is getting older and having a harder time getting team effort. But my mom's the MVP for sure.
So, have you guys seen any of the TikToks lately where they
Not on TikTok.
I know. But have you seen the video lately though of it's a Sicilian grandfather who like makes a specific like pasta sauce,
Just
right?
the guy like cutting garlic with a razor blade. And
No, not this. So anyway, he's sitting there though. He's letting like his sauce just simmer or whatever.
Yeah.
And the daughter or granddaughter comes over and she takes like a spoonful of sugar.
Oh God!
And dips it into the sauce and like takes some sauce where it just covers the spoon.
Did she get excommunicated?
And she goes over and she's like, here, grandfather. She's like, you want to taste it or whatever? He's like, yep. He tastes it and he's like, who fucked with the sauce? And he looks over at like his wife or whatever. He goes, don't touch my shit. And they're all just dying laughing.
Dude, I'd be pissed. It's the kind of thing that might get you shot in my family, and we're not even Italian.
Right.
We're not even Italian.
But in my family, though, my mom and dad carry the weight for the most part on some things. Also, my Aunt Betty, though, she takes over Thanksgiving. My mom and dad do Christmas, and then so
She makes the flaky things with the apple and the
she
whatever.
does. Yeah, she does do those.
I want one of those. Those sound good.
Yeah. I'll. You know what? I have some left over. I'll bring you some. I'll bring you some tomorrow. We got another show tomorrow.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'll bring you some.
Wow. I feel lucky. Don't waste your leftovers on me.
It's all right.
I'm not going to fight you real hard about it, though. It sounds excellent.
Okay. Rapid fire number 4 here. Where are you watching, as my dad would call it, the Buckeyes game, as others would call it around the world, New Year's Eve?
Actually, not sure yet. We're talking about that right now. Certainly not going to be a big deal. I'm getting old, man. I feel like I'm getting old.
Right.
I can't go all night like this guy.
What about you, Mark?
I got some couple plans. It just all depends. It's going to fall through.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, I might just go down to Cincinnati. And stay.
Be with your people.
There you go.
Be with my friends and stay down there.
Oh yeah, because the Monday night game's the day after.
Game. So yeah, like other plans on China. It's all dependent. People respawn back, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll probably just go down.
Yeah, because you got a big day Monday.
Oh yeah.
You got to
go hard.
You got to go real hard.
Well, I got a couple days, Sunday, watch all
He's
the
like, I got to rest up.
Yep, definitely.
Hydrate, liquid, carbo load.
And the voice too, and like I lose my voice and I won't get my voice back till like Wednesday, Thursday, or maybe Friday. I'm just yelling.
Oh my God.
Say that again now?
Like we kind of yell at the game and all that stuff. But I lose my voice throughout the week and I won't get that back till like Wednesday or Thursday or Friday.
That's insane.
Well, you sound fine in the moment.
Well, till Monday night after we win and hopefully
When was the most recent Bengals game?
The Browns game.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
was a couple 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so you've had plenty of time.
Oh yeah, definitely, But what suck if we have a Sunday night game.
Oh, you weren't at the Patriots game?
No.
Oh, why not?
Because I had to spend time with my family. It's me.
Okay, so there is a game that you missed.
Yeah.
Well, the goal is to go to all 18 games.
Yeah, fucking Christmas, like getting in here and
like-
ruining stuff.
True.
Well, like Bingle Jim, Tony Tiger.
Because that game was home, right?
No, that game was away. That was
well, that doesn't
okay.
count.
That was in
we
Fox.
said home games.
Oh,
We
okay,
said
okay.
home
I thought it
games.
was. Yeah, I thought it was home.
No, it was in Foxborough, and that was the first win.
Zero chance I'd have known.
Yeah, that was the first win in New England.
That's right.
Since 1986.
Yeah, so we played Patriots, and then the game before that was the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Which was at Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish I went to that game, but I was like, you know what? We're gonna make it to playoff, and I'm going to the Super Bowl this year. Because last year I didn't went to the Super Bowl. It broke my heart. And all my friends, they went out.
We didn't win that one.
Hopefully
It's
the team.
fine.
Hopefully the team
Even I know
reaches
that.
out to you and like throws you some tickets or something, man.
That's a lot of people say, but let's see. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like I got connections, and this time like my financial is
Bengals team people, this is the guy that cares more about the Bengals than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. I don't know anyone else that knows more about the Bengals than this guy, for sure.
Yeah, and I've been a long time Bengal fan since the early '90s, mid '90s.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when Marv Lewis came to town,
Yep.
Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson. You know, Chad's going to be at the game. You know,
Oh, really?
and he want to sit down with us, and I hope to God he sit on section 156.
Really?
I hope so. Like, you know, I hope so. And
That's insane.
156 for life.
yeah, oh yeah,
Like the West Side.
Oh yeah,
West Side.
Yeah,
Bomb
and-
Squad.
Yeah.
And you want to know
Suicide Squad.
And Bingo Jim, he said over in section 158. So he's like, "Oh, section 158 better." It's like, and somebody else like, "No, 156 and all that stuff." So we have like a competition, like who is the best section at the Bengals game and all that stuff.
Nice.
You know, I always assumed if I was going to get shot over a sporting event, we've been flashing like gang signs here. I always assumed if I was going to get shot at a sporting event, it'd be like a horse race.
You're
Like,
good. You're good. Because I got a good friend of mine,
That'd
Vicky.
be like horse racing, not football.
No, I got a good friend of mine. Her name's Vicky. She's from the West Side, Cincinnati. We always and I say West Side.
Got it. What's up, Vicky?
Oh, she's awesome, and she is up for Pro Football Hall of Fame, Ultimate Fan, and all that stuff. So I don't know if you guys heard that.
Nope.
I've not. No.
100% not.
It's an organization. They like Pro Football Hall of Fame Ultimate Fan. I was like being a gym in it.
You're not up for that? You got to kick Vicky's ass.
No, Vicky do a lot of stuff in the morning. It's like charity work and all that stuff. Which
She didn't have a name. She's not third down Vicky. You know.
But I love Vicky. She's a diehard fan and all that stuff. She do a lot of stuff and all that stuff for the tailgate, charity work and all that stuff, you know. And that's what I want to get into and all that stuff, charity work and all
Doing
that
the
stuff.
charity work, yeah.
Oh, yeah, like that's something be fun to do and all that stuff, you know, like get back to the community and all that stuff.
That's good.
Do something. Like,
That's
you know,
nice.
I need to talk to like Bingo Jim and all them guys, like, hey, how you guys do this and all that stuff, you know, like,
Yeah.
I want to get started on it and all that stuff, you know, so it'd be a great thing to do that and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You talk to him. Tell him to get a better name.
Bingo Jim?
Don't like his name's stupid. It's a stupid name. It's not nearly as good as Jackpot Joey. That's my favorite so far. I'm sorry.
Well, that's a brand. That's a
I like
brand.
third down guy though.
I do too.
I like
Yeah, it's the third down guy. Cause I remember the Bingo Booze say miss.
And you recently just got a jersey, right?
Yeah, from I met these. Well, I finally met these married couple from Scotland. I've been Facebook friends.
Scotland?
Yeah, from Scotland.
Okay.
And they came over because
I have a lot of questions.
no, they're real people. Don't get me wrong, they're real people. I mean, she's a beautiful gal and all that stuff. And I shook her husband. It's like, you're a lucky man, marry her. But they're great people. I met them the first time during the Kansas City game because she's a Bengal fan and her husband is a Kansas City fan. And they came to the United States, you know, that stuff. And I wish I got a chance to go out with them in Cincinnati, out of town, but I was working at my second job and all that stuff. So
You have a second job?
yeah, well, yeah.
Wait a second. What's your second job?
I work at Ozone, where I'm at down in Miamisburg.
You even like own a bed? Do you like? Do you sleep?
I do sleep, but barely got in.
Are you on speed? Is this like what are the answers here? Like I don't.
Take a lot of energy, drinks, and all that stuff, and
Oh my God,
You
those
know,
things must work.
but that's like my bingo tickets and all that stuff, you know. But at the time, like
Colin is dumbfounded over here.
well,
I'm getting sleepy. It's like 7:30. Getting sleepy.
well, at the time, you know, because with the microchip issue and all that stuff, short part of I was not getting a lot of overtime at my other job and all that stuff. So I was like, I didn't want to get a second job, but I did. It's nice to have extra money and all that stuff. So I use that money for like bingo tickets, you know.
Sure.
Like, nothing wrong to make extra money. I mean, I don't mind working a second job and all that stuff.
Sure.
And I work, you know, customer service. I never did customer service before it. So this is a whole new thing for me.
Sure, you got to talk to people.
I'm a people person, but mess with money. They ask me, hey, my car having this problem. I was like, look, dude, I sell part. I'm not a mechanic. If you want to go to a mechanic, We got a bunch of local people who we deal. I mean, dude, I'm not like I try my best to help people
That's
out.
awesome.
Look, motherfucker.
I know less about cars than I do about football. I have no idea. Seriously,
well,
that's not a joke.
But here's
I'd be like.
Well, here's the funny part is,
So people just walk in, they're like, "Hey, I got this ticking noise in my car." You're like, "Listen, I'm just here to
beats
try
the
to."
fuck out of me.
He's like,
man.
I'm just here to try to buy Bengals tickets."
right, exactly. And you got people don't even
here so
know
I don't
what
get
kind of
fined.
model. And the funny part, you don't have people that don't even know what kind of model vehicle they drive. Because we gotta say, "Hey, what's your make of vehicle?" Oh, Chevy.
It's fucking blue. I don't know. Like what?
I mean, we got
It's
to.
that blue one out there.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to know because we got to sell you the right part. We don't give you the wrong brake rotor.
It's
brake
sitting
pad.
outside. Do you go look at it with them?
Well, that's like if you don't know, give me your VIN number. We'll look it up for you.
Like I just know that. Like I'll go out to the car and look. I guess. But like,
Well, what's some funny?
does
part?
anybody just know that?
Some people do. Some people don't.
That's hilarious.
It's like 13 digits.
And I'll tell
funny,
you,
though.
and I'll tell you this. Last Saturday when it was super cold and I had to work, when I got there, I had to put a battery in because we start battery free, and it was cold. I was like, I just got here. You want me to start a battery? It's freaking cold outside. Then you got people who need windshield wiper, which the windshield wiper wasn't bad, and they want us to do it when it's cold. It's like, you couldn't wait till a couple days to do this when we get warm. So I like, okay, got to man up.
AutoZone needs a garage.
Something.
Pull cars through.
No, but I work with awesome people, and they work around with my schedule. 'Cause I only work 3 days a week: Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm a delivery driver, but I've been working the counter more because they rely on me more, and they trust me to do what I do and all that stuff. So
Good.
So yeah. So I got 2 jobs and
Yeah.
all that stuff, which I don't mind doing. It is tiring, but I
Yeah.
get through.
That's crazy. Oh, by the way, I don't know where I'm watching the Buckeyes game yet either. It's hard to find babysitters for on New Year's Eve.
Right.
So we don't know
Want
what we're
a third
doing yet.
job?
Do you have a third job?
Do you want a third job? You can babysit his kid.
But that mean I can't do nothing on New Year's Eve. But I know my mom, she might. I mean, my mom had 14 grandkids.
Oh, that's crazy.
But we did have 16, but we lost 2. The pre-value 5 years ago, we lost one, and we lost one this spring.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, my sister Jill, it was same.
Oh yeah, I remember Jill.
Yeah, Jill. Like that was her 2 kids she lost. She had 2 kids right now and all that stuff, but it was tough on us 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And this spring,
During pregnancy.
no, during birth.
Oh, okay.
The story behind it, the 5 years, like both of them have left category, don't have a heart and all that stuff. The first one they had to have multiple surgery and all that stuff. And,
Yeah.
And was born 2 months and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And she had her surgery, the second surgery, when there's a recovery, she couldn't do well, and she passed away. Then her little brother, 5 years ago, 5 years now, have the same issue. And my sister decided, like, you know what? We're going to let God,
Take over.
and,
Sure.
and whatever. And a lot of doctors say to us, like, that baby won't be, like, when that baby was born, won't live till 3 hours. And what's so great, like, he lived till like 2 weeks later and then passed away and all that stuff. And it sucked, but it's a testimony and a miracle that, don't get me wrong. I love doctors, I love nurses. They're great people. That God made them for a reason. But what's so great, like, he lived 2 weeks, long that the doctors say, oh, he won't last till a couple hours.
Yeah.
Like, he was healthy outside, but inside, but it sucked. But hey, you know what?
Yeah, it's hard.
They're in a
hard.
good place and all that stuff. And I came from a Christian family. My dad and all that stuff.
Yep.
He's retired now and all that stuff.
Really?
Oh yeah, babysitting the grandkids and all that stuff with my mom and all that stuff.
Babysitting
Fucking
all the
14 of
grandkids.
them. Good lord.
Yeah, 14. Well,
It takes a village. No,
Well-
it takes a city.
well, I'll tell you this. My older sister Tina adopted a foster child. He's 13 years old. I think 12, 13-year-old and all that stuff. He came to Christmas, great kids and all that stuff, So yeah, my older sister and my brother-in-law, they adopt a foster kid. They got 3 other kids and all that stuff. But yeah, they It's
a lot.
Yeah, they
3's a crowd.
It is, but now they
4's
got
a lot.
They got. Well, I grew up. I had 5.
Oh, I know.
I had 5 sisters, 1 brother. So yeah, it was. But yeah, our family's getting bigger.
It didn't make for great wiffle ball games though.
Yeah, you came home and played with one. I remember that.
That's right.
Oh, there's some good
Field 2 baseball teams on your own.
dude. If we have a wiffle ball game, we'll invite him. And we'll try.
What am I, the third string? Like
No. I'm just saying, like
you're 4 deep on the roster at every position. What do you need me for?
No, because we invite everybody, and like we used to play every Friday night because we got older and our body couldn't took it that much, so we just played
Wiffle balls that intense?
You should see, this actually a professional wiffle ball I see on like TikTok. Well, I don't have TikTok, but Facebook show.
Yeah,
these guys, they play in the backyard. They got trees like us. We had trees and everything and all that stuff. Like me,
we played softball this year, and I thought I was going to die. There was one game where we went. There were 10 people on our team. We went 9 for 10 on team injuries in one game.
Jeez, my crime.
We're getting old as fuck.
All right.
Probably a lot of drinking too. No, you get
not at all. Not till after.
Yeah.
Well, I know people drink during the game and all that stuff, and
that'd be me.
This one game, this one game,
the beer league.
Well, this one game, the shortstop guy was super drunk. I was like, oh god, I hope somebody don't kill the guy. He don't know the ball coming at him.
What's the last show you binge watched?
Like the last TV show?
Yeah.
I've been starting and watching Hell Kitchen because that's my favorite show.
It's a good show.
And I forgot it was on back in September because I was working 12-hour shift at Honda and all that stuff. And we're on shutdown now, so I kind of like, okay, I need to update the Hell Kitchen. I love Hell Kitchen. I love Gordon Ramsay. Just go nuts and crazy.
Gordon Ramsay's crazy.
Oh, he's crazy.
Nuts.
But, and all that stuff. And I just got done talking. I was over at Christmas with my aunt and uncle, and one of my cousins went to his Hell Kitchen restaurant in Vegas.
Yeah.
And they say it's good, but
I went to his kitchen in London.
How was it?
Good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you spend? That's the question.
Not a lot. I just had a sandwich, though, I think.
Yeah.
So,
but they went to Hell Kitchen. They spend just only them two, I think, about $400 to some dollars.
Oh, dude, I spent like $20. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But they got. I was like, maybe 30. I don't know. I was trying to do like the pounds to dollars conversion in my head. I was like, $20-$30 maybe. Yeah.
But they got everything. They got the appetizer. They
went all out.
You got to go all out. You know?
$400. I mean, I don't know if I've ever spent $400 on anything in my life.
Well, Jeff Rubin's steak.
I mean, that's not true. But that's not true. But not a lot of stuff. Travel, my car, my house.
Yeah. Well, Cincinnati, they got a steak place called Jeff Rubin's Steak. I don't know you heard that.
Love Jeff Rubin's.
You know his
costs $150 just to get a reservation.
What the
Used
fuck?
to.
No, it's for free now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's for free.
Yeah, when they first opened up, it was $150 just to get a reservation.
Yeah. But not anymore. They get everybody. But they got some good steak and all that
I'm
stuff.
rethinking every business plan I've ever made. I'm going to start a restaurant. Like, I can cook, and I might not be able to cook $150 cook, but like, I bet I can make something that's more than half as good as that.
The story is, I heard he marinates his steaks for 4 weeks at a time.
I believe that. The steak is good.
It's very good.
The mac and cheese. The mac and cheese is delicious.
I'm not saying I make a steak that good, although I'm skeptical. But like, I bet I can make something that is better than half as good as that, and you can pay me half as much. How's that?
I'm in. I've never ate at Jeff Ruby's.
It's good.
Stories.
What the fuck?
I ate twice there. It's delicious.
What the fuck?
Who's got them?
You're in a town with a lot of athletes. They'll pay it.
Well, and this some top.
All right, whatever. I guess if you got a Lamborghini full of 4 supermodels, you're gonna take them to McDonald's. Like, all right, I get it.
And that was our kicker.
Yeah,
our kicker doing that. I mean, maybe Chad. Man, I don't even know how many good Chad Johnson.
Chad just likes McDonald's though.
Oh yeah,
and he's a big McDonald's fanatic,
and he's fit too and all that stuff. Well, you remember the one?
I want one of his shirts. It's Ocho versus Science. Because there's a lot of people that are like, you can't eat McDonald's and be as athletic as you are and run as fast as you are.
Didn't we talk about Usain Bolt eating chicken nuggets before
we did? We did. I can't believe I never brought up Chad Johnson. Yeah, Chad Johnson. He's like, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, you should switch to vegetarian. Blah blah blah. He's like, no, not gonna do it.
McDonald's.
Literally.
If you want the heart of a champion, and that heart includes diabetes and early heart disease.
Because he eats the same thing, or he did eat the same thing before every game, which was a egg McMuffin, 2 hash browns.
Yep.
And an orange juice.
Yep. He loved his orange juice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to call that health food, but in the realm of McDonald's, it's not too bad. It's
No.
It's not an awful meal.
And then, like, if it was a night game, he would go get 2 cheeseburgers, a 10-piece nugget,
Yeah.
All right, well, now
and a Coke.
Yeah. I mean, Chad.
But his thing was, though, he's like, I can eat all that, though, still train hard as fuck, and I want to burn all that anyway.
Yeah.
it's fair.
Well, DJ Metcalf only eats what?
Candy.
Candy, coffee, and one big meal.
Yeah.
That's it.
He says he eats like you have the like little packs of like trolley like gummies or like the little packs of Skittles.
Yep.
He gets the family size ones. He eats
my
3
God.
family size things of candy a day.
Oh, my God.
Well, you ever see DJ? You need to show him a picture of DJ.
I'm going to show him. Yeah,
You
who
got
DK
to.
Metcalf is.
I'm sure he's in good shape. There's a guy.
He's probably the largest wide receiver I've ever seen in my entire life.
I agree with. Well, beside Calvin Johnson, you remember Calvin Johnson? That was a big.
No.
Calvin Johnson was a big dude.
He was a big dude. Is that the shirtlet one with?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to see this one.
DK's on the right.
Pretty ripped guy.
He is.
Eats 3 things of candy a day
And
and coffee.
And just eat one big meal. That's it.
Yeah.
He's a freak of
His
nature.
dental bill is going to be atrocious. I don't want to know how many cavities.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's a rock solid dude. And he's fast.
He is. He is. I mean,
Super fast.
Sugar high.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, right.
Now the Seahawks need a good quarterback. 'Cause you remember they hyped Geno Smith so much.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay, Geno Smith going to get your feet.
He did good this year, though.
He did pretty good, but they're falling apart. And
Yeah,
and the 49ers with a third-string quarterback,
I know.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a 49
Brock
friend.
Purdy.
Yeah, I have a 49 friend who I work with, and I was like, dude, you guys got a chance to make a run in the playoff with him. And now
Maybe.
Well, they're playing hot, and
They are playing hot.
And you know how sport is. Football, basketball is when teams get hot, and like Bengals, we have 7 straight games, and I think we'll have a long.
Is it 7 now or 9?
It's 7.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be 9 soon.
There we go.
Counting the Monday night game in Baltimore. Then we get that home field advantage. Then
Yeah.
get everybody rested up and all that stuff.
What about you, Colin? What was the last show you binge watched?
Oh, I'm working on the new Jack Ryan series right now.
Same.
No spoilers. I'm almost done. Almost done.
So I'm not almost done. I'm on number 4. So
like
good,
it.
though.
I
So
like
good.
it. Yep.
What was the best game you've personally watched? Mark, this one's just for you.
Best game.
Yeah.
It's got to be that playoff game last year. I mean,
Yeah? Which one? Raiders or Tennessee?
I mean, being
Or
at
Chiefs? Again.
being okay. Being at the game is the law fake rated because my brother John.
Yeah.
It meant so special to me because me and him used to went to the game. He's married, have 2 kids, and all that stuff. It meant so much with him because he used to go to the game with me and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
last year, probably the AFC Championship because we made it to the Super Bowl and
Yeah.
I couldn't believe we're going.
I can't believe we beat the Chiefs again.
This year?
No, last year.
Oh, last year. Oh,
When we played them once in the
Yes.
regular season, then
Yeah.
we met them in the AFC Championship.
exactly.
And I was like, holy shit.
Well, the turning point in that game when Chiefs were trying to go for that touchdown and Eli Apple made that big stop, and that just changed the whole momentum of the game. Because you see, they put up, 21 points in the first half?
Yeah.
Then we make it, 21-10 maybe? Or 21-6? I don't know.
Yeah.
But the whole momentum switched, and we just frustrated Mahomes and everything, and then we start clicking. And I'll tell you this, P-Ron, he was a beast that game.
P. Ryan's a beast.
He's a beast. Don't get me wrong.
I didn't like him for the longest time.
I did. I wasn't a big fan, but
I thought he was old.
he's been improving. And I love Joe Mixon, but I think we're going to have a running back controversy in the near future.
I don't know. I like Mixon too.
I like Mixon too, and all that stuff.
He
But
can do it all.
I mean, but if we can keep both of them,
Yeah.
that's great. I mean, but
because P. Ryan's contract's up.
he is. But
Yeah.
I think he might sign with us. I mean, he
Yeah.
might not take a lot of money, but that's okay. I don't want a guy who, I want unselfish person. It's
Yeah.
what? I want to win championship here.
I agree.
And you know how TJ Humzada, he left and went to Oakland, and he didn't perform.
He went to Seattle, I thought.
No, he went to Oakland.
Did he go to Oakland
yeah.
first? Okay.
Yeah, he went to Oakland, did not good. And look at CJ Humzada. I'm glad he went. Don't get me wrong. But the guy we got from the Atlanta Falcon, I forget his name and all that stuff, but he's injured, but hopefully he come back soon. He been beasting up for us and all that stuff.
Yeah. Trent Irwin's a beast.
Yeah. Oh, Trent, I mean, I don't know why we didn't have him on the roster. Michael Thomas did nothing.
This guy, so Trenton Irwin, to give you an idea, the other guys, I'm not going to explain because they weren't that important.
It's cool.
But Trenton Irwin, though, he's a new wide receiver for the Bengals.
Awesome.
White guy, long blonde hair.
Catches the ball. I got it.
Used to be a child actor.
Okay. And what? Something I know?
I did not know that, be honest.
Yeah, I don't know offhand what it was exactly, but he used to be a child actor.
Cool.
He went to Stanford University, played wide receiver, graduated there, tried walking onto a football team or whatever. Bengals signed him to the practice squad last year. I think he came up in one game last year, actually.
Yeah, I remember that.
Came up in one game last year. This year got sent back down to the practice squad. Practice squad in the NFL, basically it's players who are like, they go against the team to, help them prepare for the next week, right?
Yeah.
I
got that.
But they're not.
They don't travel to the games, but they get paid like $325,000 a year.
A quarter million. I think $250,000 is the minimum.
Yeah, it's $325.
But it could be more now. It could be more now.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So, but he just got a roster spot, and like his first game caught a touchdown. Last game he caught 2 touchdowns. Like he's on fire.
He been
right
balling.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And
it's a really good like up and coming like newcomer story.
Yeah.
And the crazy part was like, did you see when
Kind of working his way in.
Yeah, what the cool part of it all was when Zach Taylor, who's our head coach for the Bengals, when he gave him the first game ball for scoring that touchdown, he gave him the game ball and he like held onto it real tight and started crying. Like it's just a good story. It was a good story.
He's probably been waiting for that for
Ever.
Yeah.
Well, and the players love him. I mean, when we score a touchdown, you see the whole team, even Joe Bud, go up to and give him a hug because.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's a fan favorite now.
Yeah.
But a fan player, because you
our wide receiving core is just so dominant.
it's getting dominated now and all that stuff. And you got him stepping up.
Yeah,
I mean,
with Boyd, Higgins, and Chase, it's insane.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
Name the top most famous person you've ever met, and were they cool or not? Colin, you want to take it away first?
Thinking about it for a second, I guess it depends on what you mean by famous. I met a handful of like government officials.
That's famous.
I met Senator Portman and Brown a handful of times, a couple other oddball senators, but not ours. I met the lead singer for Leonard Skinner, though, Johnny Van Zandt.
That's pretty cool.
I was going to say, I didn't know which of those.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, I don't know which of those is more famous.
I would say
Johnny Van
Leonard Skinner.
Zandt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was way cool. He was super cool. It was the first concert I ever went to. I was like 14.
Nice.
It was whatever the night LeBron announced he was going to Miami is. It was that night because the show was in Cleveland.
Okay.
And I think Johnny came out after like a break at some point and was like, hey, they just announced that LeBron's leaving Cleveland. Fuck LeBron. Fuck LeBron. It was hilarious. So like, I'm sure we could go back and pinpoint the exact date of that show, but I met him afterwards. It was way cool.
That's awesome.
My friend was not cool at all. He's like, "Are you the guy?" This poor bastard's probably exhausted, but he was super cool about it.
That's awesome, dude. My most famous player or person I've ever met was an NFL player. It was Steve Young, Hall of Famer Steve Young.
Oh, what was that at?
I was actually an intern out at TV44 at the time. Me and my buddy Runner, some people know him as Chris Parks. He was the news anchor, and me and him would always get media passes to Bengals or Steelers games. He was a Steelers fan, I was a Bengals fan, and we would get field passes and locker room passes and stuff like that. And we're on the field before the game. And Steve Young and Stuart Scott are walking from the end zone to like the 50-yard line. We're about like on the 40, and we kind of catch them. And my buddy Runner goes, "Hey, Mr. Young, hey!" And he comes over here and he comes up to us, or whatever, and they both shake our hands and meet us. And Steve Young, I'll never forget. He looks at my buddy. He goes, "Hey man," he goes, "Name's Steve. I'm not that fucking old." And my buddy just goes, "Hey, you're the Hall of Famer, whatever you say."
Oh, he was a heck of a player.
Yeah, super nice guy, though. Him and Stuart Scott were both great guys. Rest in peace, Stuart Scott.
Oh, Stuart Scott was amazing and all that stuff. And I remember you worked Team 44 now. I remember that.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
What about you? Top most famous person you ever met? Were they cool or not?
2 people.
Okay.
And you know them well. They
Okay.
used to play for Ohio State. Bobby Kaufman and Andrew Slagle.
I remember them both very well.
I was...
Both had long hair.
Yes.
Linebackers.
I remember, I was going to coach Shawnee that year, but I stepped down. There was a reason why I could. Bobby Kaufman's little brother was coaching. He's
Bobby Carpenter's little brother was coaching at Shawnee.
Yeah, he went 0-10. And yeah, he was. I coached the following year with Coach Owen, Steve Owen, and all that stuff. And I wasn't, and he didn't ask me back why I went and said, "Hey, I want to be, coach, for your team, coach, be on your coach side." It's that, but he was a total jerk and all that stuff. And I even text Coach Owen and I call him and say, "Hey, look, I don't know I can do this stuff." Because he was trying to make it like a college mentality, but these kids in high school, yeah, do that, but you can't.
Yeah, you got to relate to them at some point.
You got to relate to them. They're high school kids and all that stuff and all that stuff. But one summer, training and all that stuff, Bobby Coleman, Andrew Slagle came in town and all that stuff, and you know how Andrew Slagle, he's a nutcase. Yeah, he is a nutcase. But Bobby's all right dude and all that stuff. Angel Slagle, he'd be more fun to hang out with than Bobby and all that stuff. So. But yeah, I met them guys, shook their hand, talked to them a little bit, talked how I don't know Angel Slagle is doing anything for Ohio State.
I don't know,
but he was with Omaya and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, you remember he was with Omaya and all that stuff. And you remember that one video, that one fan came out and Angel Slagle just body slammed the kid.
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I met them too, all them stuff. And they're huge. They're big guys.
They are big guys.
But they did work out with the team and all that stuff, because, his little buzz there. Then the other little buzz, who I met too, he was playing for Ohio University. I forget his name and all that stuff. But it was kind of nice seeing Bobby, Angel Slagle in person, talk to them, shake their hand, all that stuff.
Yeah. Were they pretty cool?
Oh, yeah, they're cool. Andrew Slagle will be one have fun. You go out in town. If you get in a fight, you want him on your side. Because he will body slam people.
That's who Colin needs.
Colin is a lover, not a fighter.
Hey, I'm the same way too.
Can't we all just get along?
But hey, you got to defend yourself.
Can't we all just get along?
You got to defend yourself sometimes.
Why can't we?
All right, let's go here on the next one here. Best tailgating experience.
Okay, not all tailgate, because I tailgate with us guys, but we do have a good tailgate. Going to Pittsburgh, that was
you went to this is in Pittsburgh.
That was in Pittsburgh when
I thought you were going to be in Cincinnati.
Squad West.
No, the Yingling Mom. The Yingling Mom.
Oh.
Great people, they come to Cincinnati. That was the last time Marlon coaches for the Bengals.
Okay.
And the next day he stepped down.
So you're at Heinz Field.
Yeah, Heinz Field. So we met these guys, met these people for the Yingling Mom, the Pittsburgh fans and all that stuff. Yeah. They showed a great time. Barry, he's the head of it, told his background story and all that, and they showed a great time. Thank God it was a 4:25 game, because we was feeling the next morning and all that stuff. Thank God they moved that game to 4:25. But that tailgate was awesome because they brand their names, like they sell merchandise and all that, so they get a lot of people. Been to that tailgate, then went down Atlanta Falcons when we won that game, when Andy Dalton for that game when he touched to AJ Green. The Falcon people, they treat us welcome and all that stuff. Southern people, amazing people. Yeah. Great food, great everything and all that stuff.
Great hospitality.
Yeah, so,
that Southern hospitality.
Yes. I went to Buffalo a couple years ago, but I did not get a chance to go to the tailgate. And
I heard Buffalo tailgate's the best.
They all the best and all that stuff. The Buffalo Mafia and all that stuff.
Yeah, Bill's Mafia.
Yeah,
that's what they call themselves.
Yeah, they're crazy people. Well, the story behind the Bill Mafia, the guy with the old guy who get the ketchup, my people, they know him well. All the other people who jump on table, that's just a bunch of idiot drunk people do that stuff,
Sure.
But we'll probably see them on Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to experience that because...
You got to take some pictures for us, send them to us.
Oh, I will.
We'll post them on the next show.
Yeah, Facebook Live. Facebook, I'll try Facebook. Well, this Monday night game, I'm going to get a lot of people who come up to me and take pictures.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you will.
I got this one lady want to come up to me. She got a towel, and I'm going to autograph her. It's like,
oh, nice.
I was like, I'll stop that.
Nice.
Give him a towel that says #social guys.
There we go.
Hey.
There we go.
Well, my towel I show in the bingo brewer is a game day and say Pittsburgh suck.
Nice.
I should have bought it and all that stuff, but I didn't. So, but yeah, that's when, and it's so big I can wave around because I have like.
Oh yeah, you whip the shit out.
Oh
of
yeah,
thing.
well yeah, because it's so big and long. The small towel would be like
And when did you make the? This is going off topic a little bit, but when did you make the Who Day sign?
I didn't. Kenny did that.
Kenny made that.
Kenny made that
motherfucker.
He made, because he bring the Who Day sign, so he made me, Blake, and Shots a set.
Nice.
And, like I say, Kenny the one started all this stuff.
Kenny's a huge
And I
Bengals
love
fan.
him, and
Love Kenny to death.
Well, if we go to the Super Bowl, he needs to go.
Oh,
he needs to
definitely
go.
should.
He been there since.
Is he still working? Or is he retired now?
He's still working, but he's getting up.
He'll never retire, will he?
No, he.
I didn't think so.
Well, Crown can run without him, man. That's my old man. Because my old man, he work at Salon One with Kenny, and he say, "Man, Kenny, you wasn't here. Crown can never run good."
He is a dog.
Oh,
Kenny used to have a what was it? What was the car? Do you remember what kind of car it was?
The Bengal-mobile. I don't know.
Yeah, the Bengal-mobile. So Kenny, like I said, he's from Walpock here. Lives right out on Mudstock Road. He used to have I think it was a Probe.
Yeah, it was a Probe.
It was a Probe. I forget what was it a Chevy? I can't remember. I can't remember the.
I don't know.
I can't remember the make of the Probes.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a Probe, like a little, almost like a little Honda Civic type car. Okay, two door. Kenny's really good at like doing paint jobs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Painted like tiger stripes on it.
The whole thing, yeah, all orange tiger stripes all over it. It was super cool. He ended up selling it though.
He did.
I thought he did.
I don't know. I don't know. He have enough. I know he got a truck now.
Yeah, he does have
He
a
used
truck.
to have
I think he sold the Probe.
Yeah, and he used to have the Envoy and all that stuff, but now he got a truck now and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Love Kenny.
Yeah.
What current NFL player do you find super annoying?
Man, that's a good question.
How many NFL players can I name?
This is a list.
Do I need both hands?
Okay.
What's the top one? Just give me one.
I gotta say Lamar Jackson. I think here's a reason why.
Your Ravens quarterback there.
Here's a reason why. He have only one guy he throw the ball to, Mark Andrews. That's all they got.
Yeah.
I mean, they got J.K. Dominant, but
Now they have Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson, he's out his prime.
He's fast. Did you see him catch that touchdown the other week?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my gosh, it was an 80-yard touchdown pass.
But just Lamar Jackson, he's been hurt and all that stuff, and he's injured prone. But I think Lamar is probably the most overrated quarterback ever. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but
No, I agree with you. I agree he's pretty overrated.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my top most annoying football player, and that would be Russell Wilson right now.
oh, he's they waste all that money on him. I mean, I don't know.
Bronco country, let's
Broncos,
ride.
that's right.
Bronco country,
Yeah.
let's ride.
Do you watch that game on Sunday?
Let's ride. Yes, I did.
Oh, my
actually,
God.
they got drilled,
They got-
51-3.
They got rail. They got rail.
Yeah, I think they might have scored a touchdown at the end. It might have been 51-10
Right.
or 14. I'm not sure, but
I mean, Baker Mayfield make him look bad. Used to be a Brown quarterback. Used to play for Carolina.
hey, Baker Mayfield has taken a lot of flack over the years, but I did hear something that I kind of agree with. If you look at Baker Mayfield's career as a football player, he's been on two different teams. Mm-hmm. He's been in the league for 7 years, right? Something like that. Mm-hmm. And did you know for all 7 years that he's been in the league, he's had a different head coach? So he's never been in a system that is like set in stone. Well, this is the culture here. Right. He gets to L.A. Sean McVay is the head coach. It's Sean McVay's team.
Right.
Sean McVay is a fucking dog. He knows how to play the game of football. Mm-hmm. He's super smart. Finally, Baker Mayfield is in a place where there's a culture, where there's a head coach, where there's a system, and he gets plugged in and he's doing well. Coincidence? I think not.
I mean, what he signed a day before the Thursday night game, and he balled it out.
Oh yeah, he was playing backyard football.
He didn't know the playbook.
He got signed to LA Rams, like literally a day before
the Thursday night game.
They started him. So they started him, or actually they didn't start him. They started Wolford.
Oh, okay.
Baker Mayfield came in the second half though, but.
Dude didn't even own a house.
Didn't even own a house. He was there for 10 minutes. Literally at the end of the game. He won them the game, though. They were down going into the third quarter by 14, I think. 21 or 14. And he did
something like that.
And he came back, brought them all the way back, and won the game in 2 quarters. And during the game, though, they apparently Sean McVay was like, "Okay, tell this wide receiver just run straight. Tell this wide receiver just to go this way. Tell this one go this way, and tell this one go this way."
It's like you're playing backyard football.
It was backyard football.
Like it's like do this.
Yep. He said if you look closely, you could probably see Baker Mayfield going like this on his hand to the players because he didn't know the plays yet. He's been there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch the movie Little Johnny. You remember that one kid lift his shit up like you do this, you do. It's probably like
Nation
that.
of Puerto Rico. But yeah, it was crazy though. You went in and balled out or whatever. He did really good, and in the last couple games, he's done really well. But he's in a system. He's in a place where there's coaches in place. They're not.
I agree.
It's not a rotating. It's not a revolving door of organization.
Like Cleveland
And coaches.
Cleveland is
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're going to probably fight.
People can blame whoever they want, but really, I mean, it goes down to the organization. Like, literally, LA should be a testament to what actually just happened here. You plugged in a player who has skill into an organization that is developed.
Right.
To where the last 7 years, he's been almost on a different... Even though it's been 2 teams, he's been on a different team every year because it's a different coach coming in that door every year and redoing everything. So, yeah.
I mean, he did... I mean, he lead to Cleveland the first playoff game.
He did.
And...
There's a lot of Cleveland, Browns fans that... It's 50-50, though. I have Browns fans that are friends of mine, and, they're all 50-50 on Baker Mayfield. Some of them hate him, some of them love him. So, that's what it is. Okay, that'll be it for the rapid fire questions. We got hot takes now.
Emma's hot takes.
Okay, first hot take is: does Andrew Whitworth look like Treg?
I don't know who Andrew Whitworth is.
That's
Andrew Whitworth.
I've understood like 4 fucking names were said tonight. This is
Andrew Whitworth.
You on the D&D episode, me on the football episode.
Right? I know.
Does he look like Treg? Well, I mean, you both don't have a ton of hair up top, but like you don't have a beard like I'm going with no.
Okay. What do you think?
Grow your beard out and we'll talk.
I know. I have a lot of people who say I do look like him. That's why
it's a yes, because I remember that.
It's a yes.
Well, I remember that one story. You told me you went down to Cincinnati when he was hurt. And you went to a random bar. I don't know what bar in Cincinnati.
I can't believe you remember this.
Well, tell the story. Tell the story to him.
So we go.
Somebody thought you were this guy?
Yeah,
Yes.
and I signed their jersey.
Nice. Way to go.
And we got free drinks at the bar all night.
Way to go.
We were in Cincinnati.
I'm proud of you. Nice job. You should just lead off with that from now on. Grow your fucking beard out.
I got your beard. I had a beard. I just trimmed it, actually.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
But it wasn't anything
no,
like that.
it wasn't like that.
No, I know. So it looks good.
So-
Looking sharp.
I remember that story. You told me that's like, dude, that's awesome. Like, you can't beat that.
Yeah, he's still got a little bit of a beard. Here he is now.
I still say no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have mistaken you for that guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mistake that guy for you.
Oh, you wouldn't, because he's 6'7" too.
He's a big boy.
We're just going off the facial recognition.
So the person who mistook you was drunk.
They all were. I think.
Yeah, all right.
Had to have been.
Yeah.
Okay, is sugar cookies the go-to cookie for Christmas?
No.
No? What is?
Molasses.
Molasses cookies?
Yeah.
Okay. I like Snickerdoodle myself. What about you?
No.
No? What's your cookie of choice?
It's got to be peanut butter, oatmeal, raisin.
Okay. We just had the discussion about
I
oatmeal
like
raisin.
oatmeal raisin. All right.
Love it. I love it. I'd rather have that than chocolate chip cookies any day of the week.
Nice.
Because they're just dicks and I'll eat them all day.
Eat them all day.
Hot take?
Hot takes.
Yeah, it's like health food.
It is. It is. What is your top New Year's story, Colin? You want to take it away?
My top New Year's story?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like my top New Year's?
What is a crazy, insane story that you have from New Year's?
That I'm prepared to talk about?
Sure.
Like, I took
Your most mild then.
I once prevented a stabbing on New Year's. I mean, probably.
What?
I feel like the guy was mostly all talk. It was Botkins. It was like a couple.
It was Bach.
We were at some like, dude. A bunch of shit actually happened this
What
night.
bar?
but,
It was at the bar?
No, does Botkins have a bar?
Yeah,
I
mine
got two.
tavern.
I got two.
All right.
You got Myers Tavern, and then you also have.
Oh, I've been to Myers Tavern.
Mine tavern said some good.
you also have
I've
the,
been to
you also have
Myers
the in between.
It's
well,
elsewhere
that's
down.
between Anna. That's between Anna.
No, it's just two drunk rednecks, and probably the dude wasn't going to do anything. But like a bunch of shit did happen
got
at
my
this party.
pocket
But like he did. That's what it was. He had it. He had it open in his hand. I went outside to take a leak, and like this fucking redneck is drunk as shit, and he's talking about stabbing this guy. And it was probably not that bright, but I was also intoxicated. I just went up and I just took it from him, and then like that guy never got his knife back. I think I threw it away. I should have just kept it. But like, yeah, I just took the guy's knife away from him. He was like, he had it open. He was like waving it around. This guy was like, he was talking about stabbing this guy. I think he was probably all talk, but I prevented a stabbing. Sounds better. So
that's okay. That's interesting. Yeah. What about you, Mark?
I just took it from him. I ran inside and I threw it away. And then
threw it in the toilet and flushed it.
A bunch of other shit happened that night. So, yeah. But I prevented a stabbing.
You saved somebody's life. There you go.
Mate, I'm going with that.
I'm going with that. That's the one
I think the guy was just all talk, but let's not find out.
You don't know people these days. My story on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, whatever.
Yep.
I was down in Cincinnati, watched the Bengals beat Baltimore when we kept Baltimore out the playoff.
Yeah.
So I hung out with my friend who worked for the Bengals. She used to date this one guy.
I feel like all of your stories revolve around being at a game.
Every single one.
Well, it was not at the game.
That's awesome, though.
This guy cares more about the Bengals than anybody I've ever met.
But cool, though.
Put him in the Superfan Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly.
But we went out that night, which it was like below like 20-some degree.
Ooh,
we went ice skating and all that stuff. We went to a club and all that stuff.
Went ice skating -20?
Oh, yeah. I would want, But hey, I didn't fall down. My ankle was killing me because the skate was not the greatest. But that night we went to a club called Treehouse. I don't know, you know Treehouse. It's a
my brother-in-law knows a place called Treehouse in Michigan.
Yeah, but the Treehouse in Cincinnati. We went out that night. They all got drunk and everything and all that stuff. And they have a hotel I stay at. I forget, like a motel or whatever and all that stuff. So, after that, we went back, and her ex-boyfriend was going all psycho, got drunk, and like she have her other two friends, the couple and all that stuff, and we try to calm down, and I think one of the couple say something, and he just went berserk, and I see his face and all that stuff, and dude take steroids because he was jacked up.
Roided out.
Oh, yeah, and he was going after them, so I had to bail hug, like I had to hold him down. And he was getting lit, so I had to bail hug him. It's like, no, dude. Like, it was a crazy night. Like, he was about to get in a fight with my other friend's, couple and all that stuff. And that's when me and her became close friends and all that stuff. Like, it was a...
Is this the friend that you stay with?
Yeah, who worked for the Bengals and all that stuff. Yeah. But it came...
So you were her knight in shining armor, and she's like, we are best friends now.
Yeah, we are best friends. And we are best friends. Like, you know, and I love the deaths and all that stuff, and, she's great. But that night...
Do you play wingman for her?
I'm trying to help her out, Yeah, I'm trying to help her out, trying to find a guy, because she can cook, she's wife material.
Okay.
She is. And she cooked me food. I was like,
What's her name?
Mia.
We'll try to hook you up, Mia.
Yeah.
Try to hook you up.
She's looking for a guy and all that stuff.
There you go.
I'm trying to help her out and all that stuff. But I told her,
Mia, I'm currently single, as it turns out.
He is.
Available. I'm definitely not husband material, though, so,
But she's wife material. She can cook food.
I mean, I can too.
Yeah, so but that night we became friends and all that stuff, and that night, like, he was out of control and all that stuff, and and like a couple days later she broke up with him, which it was a good thing.
Oh, she was dating him?
Yeah, she was dating him.
Ouch.
Dating him and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a good thing she broke up with him after a couple, all that stuff. So yeah.
Craziest New Year's track.
My craziest New Year's was the fact that I was in Cincinnati. We were in Mount Adams. I was with
Adams.
Yeah, I was with my buddy Josh, and me and Josh were partying at this bar in Mount Adams, and he goes, "Hey," he's like, "this dude who's running this tiki bar outside," and it was cold out, but I mean they had a tiki bar outside. He goes, "Hey, this dude's running this tiki bar outside." He goes, "Watch this." I was like, "What do you got going on?" He goes, "Well," he's like, "Crazy story, Treg." He's like, the guy thinks I'm Zach Collaros." So at that time, I can't remember the year it was, but at that time, Zach Collaros was the starting quarterback for the Cincinnati Bearcats. So UC. So, and he did look like Zach Collaros. So we walk up to this tiki bar or whatever, and the guy goes, "Holy shit, it's fucking Zach!" And my buddy's like, hey. He's like, same hookup as last time? He goes, "Whatever you want, man." We drank for free all night long. And then he thought I was one of the offensive linemen. He's like, you protect Zach? I was like, always.
Fuck yeah.
Always, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Saw him walk in here, didn't you? He's got both his legs not broken or nothing.
It's a great night. Also, funny story about that night was I went to the pisser, and while I was in there, Giovanni Bernard, who used to be a Bengal, was pissing right next to me, and I was like, and I just like kind of like looked over, and I was like, "What's up, Gio?" He's like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, drinking. And I was like,
trying to take a piss,
me
man.
too, dude. I was like, dude, this is awesome, dude. I was like, you're awesome, man. He's like, hey, thanks, buddy. And then like we like walk out, and coincidentally, I met him at the bar, and he's like, hey, get my buddy a beer too. I'm like, dude, Giovanni just bought me a beer.
Heck yeah.
That was good New Year's.
I remember one time I went to one training camp and I took a picture with him. I say, "Hey, little Gio." He's like, "Little Gio." I was like, "Oh crap! I shouldn't call him little Gio because he is like he's a big guy, but his height, he's not that tall. But I say little Gio. It's like, oh, he probably didn't appreciate that.
All right, go ahead and type her in. We're gonna look her up real quick for Colin.
No, leave the poor girl alone.
We're not saying any last names. We're just looking.
Oh God.
So
I gotta go to my camp.
All right. Hey, let's get into I got one left here. Okay, you guys ready? Mainly this one's for Mark here. Mark, does the Bengals beat the Bills on Monday night?
Oh yes, guaranteed. and here's how we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna frustrate Josh Allen so much. We gotta turn the ball over. We gotta make them turn the ball over.
Fair.
And all line, like DJ Reed and all them guys got to create habits, and stop dig.
Yeah.
If we stop dig, it's over. Okay. Like, and all that stuff. And our offense, the running game's got to, Nixon and Piron's got to get the running game going.
What's her name?
Mina?
Yeah, Mia.
Mia, what's up?
So, yeah.
Mia, what's up?
So, yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah, that's the key game. Make Buffalo turn the ball over, get the running game on, get Jamar Chase going, get T. Higgins going. But I think the key to the game, we control the ball. We control the possession, all that stuff. And that's how we win the game. And we're going to win. I think we'll win by...
What's your score?
Let's go with... it's going to be... Might be a high-scoring game, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say 24-17.
Dude, that's the exact score I had in my head.
Yeah.
Exact score I had in my head. That's crazy. Yeah, I agree with you, though. I agree. Hey, let's get into some current events, guys. So first up, we got Meek Mill, who is a rapper, posts bail for 20 incarcerated Philly women to reunite families for the holidays.
I heard that story.
I've heard of this guy, and I didn't hear the story, but, that's kind of heartwarming. That's wonderful.
Yeah, Meek Mill is bringing cheer this holiday season.
I assume he's not letting out, posting bail for violent people, but otherwise
I would hope not. Yeah. As the Reform Alliance co-founder paid the bail of women currently incarcerated in Philadelphia. The women who were incarcerated at Riverside Correctional Facility in Philadelphia also received gift cards to buy presents for their families. 5 women were released today and will be reunited with their families, with 15 more women to be released in the coming week.
That's wonderful. Good for him.
They said, "It was devastating for me to be away from my son during the holidays when I was incarcerated," Mill said in a press release. "So I understand what these women and their families are going through. No one should have to spend the holidays in jail simply because they can't afford bail. I'm grateful for the opportunity to help these women be with their families and loved ones during this special time of year." So yeah, pretty cool.
Good for him. That's wonderful.
Last year, the Philly rapper donated $500,000 worth of Christmas gifts to families in need. Meek teamed up with Philadelphia 76ers partner Michael Rubin, New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft, and Rock Nation to organize the event, which delivered gifts that included MacBook Airs, Amazon Fire tablets, bikes, helmets, video game gift cards, board games, winter coats, dolls, play sets, playing cards, and gift cards, among countless other items. It's a nice feel-good story for the holiday.
It is a nice feel-good story. I like that.
Netflix is looking to stop password sharing among family members.
I heard about that story.
Sons of bitches. Yeah. We're just gonna loop our way all the way back around to essentially cable at some point.
You're right.
God.
I remember a couple years ago they was trying to stop that, but they never felt.
It's been like kind of ongoing. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they can really. I don't know if they can really do the software or come up with the software for it. Mm-hmm. It says Netflix is making a modification to its subscriptions that might leave customers unhappy. The Wall Street Journal reports that the streaming service is looking to stop password sharing early next year in an effort to boost subscriber numbers, which have dwindled. This new method could help the platform earn an estimated $721 million in net revenue.
Fuck them. Boycott Netflix.
Jeez. A number that comes from customer surveys where subscribers said they would pay more so family members could stay signed in. Make no mistake, I don't think consumers are going to love it right out of the gate, is what CEO Ted Sarandos of Netflix said to investors this month.
Oh, shit, dude.
Dang.
While there isn't yet a set price for the service, executives reportedly think that adding family members onto a subscription will cost close to Netflix ad-supported tier, which is $7 per month. Interesting. I mean, we kind of saw it all coming, though, at one point, I think. But I think you're right in the fact that it will just dwindle back to cable, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's already stressing me out.
Have you guys heard about the Coppin State basketball team scandal that's going on right now?
No.
Not only have I not heard of that, I don't know where Coppin State is or ever heard of them.
You know, I don't know where it's at either, but former players sues Coppin State over alleged sexual assault and blackmail by the assistant coach.
Oh, wow.
So,
Fortunate.
Coppin State University assistant basketball coach catfished a player online into providing intimate photos and texts, then blackmailed him again into videotaping a sexual encounter before publicizing the material when the player resisted further demands for sex. These are two, this is a male assistant coach and a male basketball player. A lawsuit filed in Baltimore City Circuit Court alleges this. The legal complaint says, by information and belief, Lucian Brownlee, a former guard who served as director of player development and director of player basketball operations, harassed, tormented, and sexually assaulted the player, Ivan Williams, before publishing intimate material he had obtained from the student. Copen basketball coach Juan Dixon, who was named in the complaint, allegedly failed to take action when informed of Brownlee's actions. A legendary figure in Baltimore and beyond, so this is in Baltimore then, Dixon is the former University of Maryland standout and NBA player who Coppin hired in the spring of 2017 to be their new head coach.
Jeez.
Also named in the lawsuit filed last week is Coppin State University itself, whose officials, rather than supporting the distraught Williams, allegedly questioned him harshly and retaliated against him by withdrawing him from school and taking away his scholarship.
It's totally fair. I hope he gets...
I hope he gets a lot of money for this.
Same.
Jeez.
It doesn't make up for what happened to him, but hopefully...
No.
But
so, going into further detail, I did read this article ahead of time, and in the article it states that the coach, who was a former player of the university, posed as a woman online and was telling the player that they will release photos and stuff that they have of him if he doesn't send more photos to them.
that's blackmail, yeah.
To which he obliged because he didn't want anything to happen to him.
Right.
And then the assistant coach walked up to him and said, "Hey, I'm being blackmailed." This assistant coach who was catfishing him walked up to him in the locker room and said, "Hey, I'm being blackmailed by some woman online who says that she's blackmailing you too, and she's telling me that I have to have sex with you on tape, and I have to send it to her. Otherwise, she's going to release all this information
Dude, I
about
hope
me."
this guy goes to jail for a long time.
Mm-hmm. So then he has no idea what to do at this point.
That's rape.
It is. It is. So then he has it just says sexual encounter. I don't know if it was actually full on sex. I don't know what happened, but he did a sexual encounter with his assistant coach, who was the person pulling the strings the entire time.
Raped him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And blackmailed him. Blackmail, rape,
Hope he goes to jail
extortion.
for a long time.
I mean, you name it. There's probably a long list of felony charges there.
Good. Should be. Not good that it happened. Good that there are felony charges.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Do you guys know who Orlando Brown is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you hear about this
I read the
past
newspaper
weekend?
today.
You know who Orlando Brown is? Remember him from That's So Raven?
Yeah.
So Orlando Brown was arrested for domestic violence in Ohio. Coincidentally enough, Lima, Ohio.
Are you seriously?
I swear.
Oh my gosh. Lima, Ohio.
One thing that's really crazy about this entire article is it was actually submitted by my cousin.
Yeah.
Yes.
First of all, what he's doing in Lima, Ohio?
A newspaper?
No. She pays very close attention to celebrity news, and when she first heard this and first got snoop of it, she sent an entire article typed up an article and sent it over to TMZ, to which they ran it.
Oh, TMZ.
Did you get paid for that?
I don't know.
Oh, they
Let me know about that.
TMZ.
I'd just be curious.
Yeah. I will.
Yeah.
I will. Casey, shout out to you. So Orlando Brown has had another run-in with the law. This dude's nuts. Have you guys seen any of his interviews lately?
I read the newspaper today. It said he's had some problems in the last handful of years, right?
Bro, his one interview that he did, I mean, looked like he was cracked out beyond all recognition. I mean, it's sad, but at the same time, it was kind of laughable. It was just like, oh, what are you talking about right now? Like, I mean, like they asked him about Michael Jackson or whatever, and he just like starts laughing like hysterically.
Oh, jeez.
And he's just like
he was high or something.
Yeah. He just starts laughing hysterically, and he was just like, "What are we talking about?" Like it was just he's out of his mind. But so according to an online booking record though obtained by Complex, the 35-year-old actor was arrested in Ohio for domestic violence. More specifically, the record said he was charged with domestic violence, cause belief of imminent physical harm by threat of force on Thursday morning. TMZ reports that a Lima Police Department spokesperson said that they received a call about a physical altercation on Thursday and ended up apprehending Brown for the misdemeanor crime. At first, it wasn't known who called the cops on Brown, but it was said that he had a confrontation with someone in his family or who was staying in the home. The outlet later found out that Brown's brother Matthew claimed that Brown is homeless and didn't want him to stay in a shelter. So instead, Matthew let Brown stay in his home that was being fixed up, and at that point has been in Lima, Ohio for over a month now. However, on Thursday, Brown apparently started verbally attacking Matthew by accusing him of raping his wife. And then Brown physically attacked Matthew by threatening him with a broken-off knife blade and hammer. Behavior Matthew said was crazy. Matthew said Brown didn't actually physically hurt him and put them down at some point. Brown had several prior bouts with the law and has attended rehab. In 2018, he was arrested for narcotics possession and purported burglary.
I'm glad nobody got hurt. I hope this guy just needs help.
Man, I gotta ask my brother-in-law about this because he's a question. I gotta ask my brother-in-law about this because he's a correction officer for the Allen County.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Is like, so you have a guy named Landon Brown? He's like, yeah. You know, he used to be on That's So Raven.
I'm sure he knows.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you want to know something funny? The Disney Channel star, they have issue in the past after they.
Oh yeah, no shit, child actors.
Yeah, like Miley Cyrus, all them guys. Like they have,
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Who's doing better? I thought
He is doing better, actually.
a lot better for a while now.
Yep. Yeah. He has been.
So like Disney Channel childhood actors have issues in the future when they grow up and all that stuff. I mean,
Dude, I think I'd have emotional problems as an actor now.
Well,
I'm
a lot
a
of
grown
them,
man.
A lot of them were sexually abused.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
By producers and shit like that. Like, I mean, it's just sad how some of them.
Who knows what this dude's deal is? I'm glad he didn't hurt anybody, and so since he didn't hurt anybody, I can find a little humor in it. But I hope he just gets some help.
There was a second story that was on Facebook about a guy who was doing a low-budget movie in Lima, and Orlando Brown was actually starring in it.
That was in the paper.
So
today.
that's why
Was it in the paper? Okay,
So that's why he was in Lima.
that was the story. And then this guy took to Facebook and like, because everybody was just like, this crazy dude, like, what is he doing or whatever. And this director, or I don't know if you want to call him a director, it's a low budget film, who knows if it was, whatever. Anyway, basically this guy took to Facebook and was just like, how dare all of you? We had someone of his stature come to Lima, Ohio, and this is how you treat him.
Okay, anybody tries to like hurt somebody with a hammer and a knife, they go to jail. Like, that's the way it works.
That's the way it works.
Good old line.
But yeah, the actor of the such high quality. Oh my god. I don't know who that guy is.
He was speaking at him like he was like George Clooney or something.
George Clooney threatened somebody with a hammer. He should go to jail. But but clearly there's a difference in like, God, what the fuck?
Status. There's a clear difference in status there as an actor.
I agree with you 100% there.
Oh my God.
Good old Lima. Good old Lima.
Jerry Bruckheimer says he would love to have Johnny Depp play in another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. You guys are Pirates of the Caribbean fans at all?
I liked the first three. I'm like 2 or 3 back because there's like 4 or 5 now, right?
I don't know. I lost track.
Saw the first 3 and liked them, but I think I'm down at least 2.
Never got into them.
I liked them. Pirates, gold, treasure, I'm in.
Right.
Yeah. So Jerry Bruckheimer said he would love to have Johnny Depp return as Captain Jack Sparrow in another Pirates of the Caribbean entry. You'd have to ask them, was what he said, saying Bruckheimer told Hollywood Reporter when asked if Disney would welcome Depp back for another installment of the popular franchise. He said, "I can't answer that question. I really don't know. I would love to have him in the movie. He's a friend, a terrific actor, and it's unfortunate that personal lives creep into everything we do nowadays." Bruckheimer was referring to the next installment of the film, which was set to feature Margaret Robbie prior to reports that it was no longer happening. She is quite the stunner. Bruckheimer also said, "It's a lie for me," when asked about the project's fate. "It's a lie for Disney. I'm sure she was disappointed it didn't go first, or maybe not because she's very busy. So it might be a blessing to push this a bit. We believe we'll get it made. It's a very strong story that we have here." So yeah, I need to catch up on them. They weren't bad movies.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to seeing them. Yeah, they're not like my favorite ever or anything, but I like Pirates a lot. Right. I like Treasure. The first one was the one that kind of had Treasure, but
yeah,
they kind of get away from that.
Yeah.
So
I know my sister. I know my sister Jill. She was in love with it and have like a poster of Johnny Depp of Captain Sparrow in her room and all that stuff. Like she loved it and all that stuff. So
Pirates are fun.
Yeah, but I never got into it. But it'd be something. But let me ask you: did you guys watch the whole trial of him and his ex?
I followed it a little bit. I mean, just because of the show, like I followed it.
I heard it from people at work. I never saw it, but it's just funny. Like TikToks and all them had them short video.
Oh yeah, like how she shit on their beds and stuff.
Yeah, and Johnny Depp testimony, man.
It's like, all right.
He was just and Johnny Depp, his testimony, just something like he know.
Johnny Depp was hilarious.
He
was just so blunt and he just wasn't fazed by any questions. Like, first off, the prosecuting lawyer was asking the dumbest questions I've ever heard in my entire life, to which Johnny Depp gave him very dumb answers.
Bye.
But it was just like, he was just like, so he's like, it was something along the lines of like, do you remember, what you did on this plane ride or blah, 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 blah. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I took like 4 Ambien, smoked some pot, probably drank a 5th of Jack Daniels. He's like, and then we got into a fight and she scratched my face and punched me in the balls. And they're just like, okay, that's all I got. And he was just like, can I leave?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's Johnny Depp. He doesn't give a shit.
He don't.
He doesn't give a shit.
He don't. But he is a great movie actor.
Yeah. The whole lawsuit was it was like a defamation case on Amber Heard or whatever, and it came out that she is fucking psychotic. Mm-hmm. And she did a lot of wrong. They both did wrong to each other.
I agree.
She did a lot of wrong though.
Yeah.
A lot more.
I mean, she won a little bit, but Johnny Depp won
yeah, she won like $5 million or something like that.
But she owed him
she owed him 11.
Yeah, 11. So that $5 million.
So she sued. She got $5 million. He got $11 million. So.
But she gave that $5 million back, pretty much.
Yeah. So St. Mary's. So we got some local news here, real quick. A St. Mary's rap artist, I believe is a rap artist anyway, is gearing up for all new levels of success. A guy named Brandon Mullins, who goes by 6 Below.
St. Mary got a rapper?
Yeah, apparently.
What?
Yeah.
St. Mary Rough Riders, okay.
So it says Brandon Mullins has a story befitting some of country and rap's music's greatest artists. And by combining the two, so he does country rap. Okay.
So he's trying to be like Jelly Roll, which I love Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
So he's being like a Jelly, I mean, but that's going to be
He said, and by combining the two into his unique sound, the Lima resident by way of Florida hopes to spread his message and carve out his stake in the music industry. I'd want people to know that I've been in the shoes of someone who has had nothing, he said. I was down to the very bottom of the barrel and I didn't think I could climb out of it. But I put my mind to it, and I put my words and my heart into my music. So hopefully others can feel and relate to what I feel. Just never stop and never give up on yourself, and always know that your next goal is right within reach if you put your mind to it. But it was a longer journey than Mullins, who goes by the name 6 Below on stage, would have liked. He said, I was born and raised in DeLand, Florida, said Mullins, and I moved to St. Mary's back in 2017 to really get away from some of the bad things that I was doing in life, and I struggled with drug addiction. I really wanted to get away from the bad influence I had down there. It seemed like when I moved here, there were still bad influences, though. He said, so Mullins did the only thing he could to keep himself on the right track, which was turn to music. He said, I really started to find my way in my music to help me stay sober and to practice. He said, I really wanted to stay in touch with other people with my music. I really wanted other people to feel what I felt and just know that you could get out of whatever you're going through if you put your mind to it. Music is what helped save my life, and I'd really just like everybody to know that people like me that are making it big now, we're not any different than anybody else. We just put our mentality to it, and we went out and we did it.
I'd never read against anybody trying to live the dream. Good for him.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Go for it, man. I mean, it's...
I don't know about how big he's gotten because I've definitely never heard of him.
I haven't either.
Me too.
But hopefully that's going to change. Hopefully this...
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having him on the show. Local artist.
Do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get in contact with him.
It says, for now, things have not changed too much for Mullins. He still works a 9-to-5 job to support his family, including 3 children and his wife. But what his side gigs has done has been to supplement both his education. He is currently working towards a bachelor's degree in audio production and his experience as a musician. He also runs a DJ business.
Okay.
Let's see here.
DJ 6 Below.
In the next year, Mullins said that fans can expect plenty of new shows. Lost it. There it is.
Whatever. Cool.
Plenty of new
Good
shows,
for him.
including one on December 30th with another one of his influencers, which is the artist Haystack in Newport, Kentucky.
Shit, I'm gonna root for him now, man. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. Like, I mean, yeah, people don't want to give up your dream and all that stuff. Cause
Yeah.
the only person is failing yourself.
If that's the dream, then God bless and, and
same
best
here
of luck,
too.
kid.
I mean, you know.
Well, I guess I don't know how old he is. I said kid. How old is he?
I don't know how old he is. It doesn't say.
Cool. Good for you. Good for you, 6 Below.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you, dog.
Yeah. Avatar: The Way of Water tops the box office again with a $56 million weekend, inching closer to the $1 billion worldwide.
Ooh.
Haven't watched it yet. Have you seen it yet?
No. I feel just kind of...
Are you going to watch it?
I mean, if it like ends up on Netflix or something, and I haven't gotten rid of Netflix yet, because they're...
being idiots.
Yeah, trying to make me pay for it, God forbid.
I don't know how it's inching closer to 1 billion. Oh, hold on a second. After just 10 days in theaters, Avatar: The Way of the Water has already amassed $855.4 million around the world.
I liked the first one fine. I only saw it a couple times, though, and I was just kind of, it was all right.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like there was a way to do this exact same story with about 45 minutes less of a movie.
Sure.
I heard it was long. I heard it was long.
Is it really long?
Oh, yeah, like 3 hours.
The first one I thought was long. It was like, I've not seen the new one.
I think the new one's 3 hours and 13 minutes because I have some friends who went to it. I never saw the first one, so it looked pretty dope.
I mean, I don't have bad things to say, but I'm not like, Avatar. Thank God.
Thank God for Avatar.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't touch my hair. I'll get pregnant.
years.
Oh, my.
Drake loses $1 million on World Cup final despite picking Argentina to win. Have you guys heard anything about this?
No, but you watched that?
Sounds like he's got a bad bookie.
Yeah, Drake lost $1 million bet on the World Cup despite picking Argentina to win. As shown in the screenshot below, Drizzy posted on his Instagram on Saturday night, the Toronto rapper placed his bet in the 1-2 market, which doesn't account for extra time. Of course, Lionel Messi did end up leading Argentina to their first World Cup win since 1986, but only after a 4-2 penalty shootout. So because it went to a shootout, he lost the money.
Dang, that sucked. He probably was pissed, but he put
$1 million on Argentina. So, but yeah, it's only for what do you call that? Regulation time. So the fact that I went into penalty shots, he actually lost $2.75 million.
But that's chuck and chain for him.
Well, he wouldn't have bet it if he didn't have it to lose.
Yeah, that's true.
But did you guys watch that final? I did.
I didn't watch it.
That's the only soccer game I watched, and it got to. Here's my question. The game was coming high January 1st. Are you going to do that, Trey?
I absolutely.
I think you don't know. I mean, Buckeyes.
Go sports.
Yeah. But I know.
Real excited.
But hey, we'll get
super stoked.
Hey,
sports betting?
Yeah, sports betting.
Oh, if I watch like a sporting event with my friends or something, like I've got a friend. I don't think it's going to change for me though. I've got a friend who's just my bookie anyway, and I won't rat him out. But like, I don't think it's going to change. I'm just going to be like, hey, so and so, what? Like, I'd like to put $5 on, and then he just won't like go to jail if he got caught at this point.
Right.
Well, it's going to put a lot
I've
of
had a bookie for years.
Yeah, it'll put a lot of bookies out of business though. I know I mean, I'm not going to say any names.
He's not like I think takes my money and maybe one other guy's.
Gotcha.
Like the $5 I'm willing to bet when we're sitting around watching the Super Bowl.
Some other local news here. All Glaze awarded grants for brownfield cleanup. You heard anything about this?
Well, just at the value class.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
What? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Not other than that, no.
Okay.
But Erica Preston talked about that a little bit, I think.
Sure. Auglaize County is batting 1,000 in its bid to clean up brownfield spaces within its borders. 3 projects submitted by the Board of County Commissioners for consideration by the Ohio Department of Development for funding through its brownfield remediation grant cleanup remediation program have each been approved to the tune of more than $3 million in state grant funds.
Oh, wow.
Go team.
A brownfield site is a former industrial or commercial location where future use is affected by real or perceived environmental contamination. In April of this year, the commissioners identified 3 such locations that could benefit from the removal of asbestos, mold, or other environmental contaminants.
Patting 1,000, I like that. We're snapping necks and cashing checks around here.
That's right. Got some other local news here from Rhodes State College. Apparently, they're going to be starting summer camps.
Summer camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go. What are we doing?
So students entering, well, you can't.
Are they going to have band? Hey, question, are they going to have band camp?
You might be able to. You might be able to teach one.
Are they going to have band camp?
I don't know.
One time?
Just one time.
Yeah, just one time at band camp at Lima. I met Orlando Brown. He started singing to me. That's so Raven.
She could like Scene of the Future, wasn't that?
Yes. And they have a TV show, her daughter's doing it and all that stuff. I don't know what it's called. So.
Well, Orlando Brown's not in it.
Well, thank God. Well, if you have kids or his.
So Rhodes State College in Lima, students entering second through 10th grades have exciting opportunities to look forward to this summer. Rhodesology and pre-college summer camps are taking place June 12th through the 16th, 2023. For those in 2nd through 7th grades, camps will take place in the morning, 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., and afternoon, 12 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. The cost is $69 for each half-day camp and $129 for 2 half-day camps. New for this year, pre-college camps will be offered for those in 8th through 10th grades. Check-in for these camps will take place from 8:30 to 9 a.m., and check-out will be from 3 to 3:30 p.m. Lunch will be provided to participants. The cost for these full-day programs is $99. Registration is currently open for Rhodesology and pre-college camps.
What are they? I don't understand what they're like teaching it.
So here you go.
My parents sent me to some nerd summer camps, though. Or they like those? They're like the one that like Miami did.
I don't know, but here's where it's at right here. So topics for 5th through 7th grades include metaverse, virtual reality creation, the artist's way, competitive gaming with esports, STEM in action, construction, building from the ground up, CSI, Rhodes State, rescue and revive, and science detectives.
Jeez, that's cool.
Wow. I don't know about any of that.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool, though.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to be a participant.
Well, you guys remember Camp Wilson in Bellefontaine, you know?
I didn't.
I went to nerd camp at Miami University, and I went to camp in choir, which was like Wright State, right? I don't know what Camp Wilson was.
Camp Wilson in Bellefontaine, we went there during school. I was in school, but it was during the winter time. It's like, why we don't go during the springtime? But I don't know. It's probably, less cost.
I went to camp in choir multiple times. It was cool. That was Wright State. I'm almost positive that was Wright State.
I didn't go to any camps. Topics for 8th through 10th grade kids will include modern agriculture, drones, data, and robots.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Surgical technology, Scrubbies 101, breaking through with artificial intelligence.
Oh, my God.
Accelerate into autonomous vehicles and laboratory secrets 101.
Oh, my God. This is shit they teach high school kids?
Well, it's pre-college camp.
Yeah, because this is what it's called.
I've been to college. I didn't learn any of that.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Love that movie, by the way. Love that movie. Oh, man.
I'm here to tell you that I have a college degree. I didn't have to learn any of that fucking stuff. Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean,
that's super cool, though. Good for Rhodes State.
Wow.
I applaud them for that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Dude,
that's way cool. Good for them.
Well, you got to travel to go to these summer camps. So Lima decided, hey, let's do something locally.
I almost want to put my kids in this.
Dude,
Hey,
do it.
Do it. Why not?
Your kids are going to be smarter than me before the end of the summer.
Then you have your kids on your show. It's like, hey, how was Rose Day? They can
Yeah,
tell
right,
about
right.
Do
it.
you think you can explain my phone to me? Like,
I mean, that's cool. Go Rose Day. I mean,
I know, right?
I mean, try and see.
Yeah.
Look, it could be successful or not.
I
mean,
agree.
that's incredible.
Florida man allegedly beat roommate's raccoon with a hammer and threatened to kill neighbor with a sewing needle.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Did you ever read Rascal when you were a kid?
No, I don't think so.
It's about a boy who has a pet raccoon. I've wanted a pet raccoon for a long time.
No, you have not. Do you really want a pet raccoon? Why do you want a pet raccoon?
Because I read Rascal.
Was Rascal the name of the raccoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was
Great
amazing.
And he was
Fuck
amazing.
this guy. I hope he goes to jail.
Florida man was arrested after he allegedly beat his roommate's pet raccoon and threatened to kill the roommate and a neighbor.
Jeez.
Tevin Williams, 31, had held a sewing needle to his neighbor's neck and threatened to kill him before repeatedly hitting his raccoon and shooting it with a BB gun on December 14th.
Oh, my God.
Deputies with the Lake County Sheriff's Office responded to a 911 call at 5:30 p.m. on December 14th. When deputies arrived at the scene, they met Williams' roommate. The roommate said when she arrived home from work, Williams hopped off his scooter, approached her car, and began punching the vehicle while also telling her, "I'm going to kill you," according to an arrest affidavit obtained by Law and Crime.
Let's feed this guy to an alligator.
She was able to get out of her car and go over to her neighbor's house. The neighbor then informed her that Williams had killed her pet raccoon.
Oh, jeez.
Williams' roommate told deputies she kept her raccoon in a kennel outside near the back of her house. A deputy walked around the outside of the home and found the hammer believed to have been used on the raccoon.
That is so sad.
That is.
Let's feed this guy to an alligator. I don't even care.
There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah. Hey, well, Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I want to know this guy was on supplement doing all this stuff.
I don't know.
I mean, it is Florida, you know.
It is Florida.
It is Florida.
A tattoo removal studio offers to remove Kanye West ink for free.
Oh, I heard that. Is that in London?
I don't know, but I heard it's very painful actually to get a tattoo removed.
oh, yeah.
and it's expensive.
It is.
Yeah, it's like $3,800 per session.
Woo!
But,
Man.
and this company's willing to do it for free if
And we're living in
if you have a
inflation.
picture of Kanye. First off, if you have a picture of Kanye tattooed on you, you might as well just keep it.
Well, Kanye got a little weird late on in his
Yeah.
career. I mean, he did have some good music, don't get me wrong, but when late on, he got kind of weird.
Yeah, nobody's questioning that his
And-
music is good. The guy's gone round the bend.
Yeah.
Well, you did with the the Kardashian. They're all a bunch of weirdos, crazy. I mean,
There's
They're hot.
being Hollywood crazy, and then there's becoming like a Nazi, which is where this guy's gone.
Yeah.
right?
you know?
Oh yeah. I mean,
These are not the same thing.
he lost.
Yeah, he's lost his mind.
Yeah,
Nobody's questioning that his music's good. I like his music too. But that's
Right.
They tweeted, Nama Studios tweeted out, "Yeezy come, Yeezy go." Got a Kanye West tattoo? Tag us.
all right. That's pretty good. I like that.
Great. That's great.
I like that. That's funny.
Yes.
The
Yes.
studio shared the tweet with a photo of a
pretty
man's
good.
arm, a tattoo that says "bye," and the "Ye," a darker shade as a nod to Kanye's new official name, Ye. The photo reads, "We'll remove your Kanye tattoos for free. Full tattoo removal can be done in as little as 2 to 3 weeks or 10 to 15 sessions, since the studio uses a low-energy laser," according to the website.
Cool.
Wow.
Good for them. Hey, what the hell?
Okay.
Hey, I'll tell you what. That might have brought that like publicity might have brought them more business than they were.
There you go.
Oh, I guarantee
There
it.
you go.
I guarantee it. Smartphone addiction is now linked with lower cognitive abilities, less self-control, and worse psychological well-being.
Shocker.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What else would it? What else would it do for you? I guess.
Exactly.
The majority of people who live in industrialized countries have smartphones. The fear of being without one smartphone is known as nomophobia.
Oh wow.
And has become a social problem. Research shows that people who have smartphone addiction tend to report more loneliness and experience self-regulation deficits. Furthermore, people who have smartphone addictions are likely to experience withdrawal symptoms when their smartphone use is restricted. Researchers Rosa Fabio, Alicia Strachuzzi, and Ricardo Lafaro were interested in investigating the relationship between smartphone usage and behavioral and cognitive self-control deficits.
Jeez.
Fabio and colleagues recruited 111 participants ranging from ages 18 to 65. 28% of the participants were college students and 78% were workers. Each participant's phone data was retrieved via the Social Stats app, which provides information about the use of TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So, yeah. And it didn't
I just
bode
don't
well.
have a lot to comment. Put your hand up if you're surprised. Like,
Yeah, right. I know. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, like, what else? What were you hoping to get out of the report? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it's. I feel like you didn't.
Smartphones cure cancer.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't have to do the. I feel like you didn't have to spend millions of dollars on a research project to figure this out.
Yeah, I could have told you that. Well,
Exactly.
you could have just called me.
Could have just called me.
I have a phone, as it turns out.
You guys familiar with the Winklevoss twins at all?
No.
Does it not ring a bell?
Facebook?
Yeah, it was the Facebook guys. The Facebook guys that they wanted to. They thought they were,
All right, what'd they do?
they're owed $900 million by the crypto broker known as FTX.
Oh, geez.
Oh, I mean, them and everybody else and their brother.
Yeah. But these guys have made quite some money, though, over their time.
Well, it's all gone now.
Dang.
It's actually not.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
So they actually made $2.8 billion when help me out here, Bitcoin actually hit $20,000. So when it went to $60,000, they were over the moon, I'm sure.
Jeez.
Yeah. But they are saying they are owed by the that CEO guy or whatever.
Which is a bummer, but you get
$900 million.
Invest sketchily,
Yeah.
sketchy returns.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then our last current news article for the day, guys, is identical college. This is okay. I have twins. Everybody knows I have twins, right? So this was kind of funny to me. Identical college twins were accused of cheating on an exam by signaling. They won a $1.5 million in damages after a jury decided they didn't cheat and their minds were connected.
Just need to think about that for a couple minutes.
Right.
There were
Oh, okay.
there were identical twin
Oh,
girls
hey,
that
that's the two twins?
That's them, yeah.
Are they single?
I don't know.
Dang. The problem is, I take one of them a day, they might do the old switcheroo. I mean, they're pretty.
So the thing we're talking about is that the court has recognized that. Well, I guess not the court. The jury's decided that they're mentally connected.
Yeah. Well, twins.
Dude, this is crazy though because I've seen this firsthand.
I don't have an inherent problem with that.
I've literally.
I believe in witches. Like I don't.
Sure,
you don't
sure.
think I won't believe that these girls. Yeah.
But I've literally seen this shit firsthand. Okay, I got twins.
Yeah.
And today, even this literally happened today. My wife took one of the twins with her to go shopping. She had to go get resized some jeans or whatever that she had, or get some new jeans or something. And the other twin stayed home with me. And she literally, she looked like she was physically sick and lonely all day today. And then when her sister got home, it was like she was never sick. Like my other daughter, she doesn't get separation anxiety.
Yeah.
The twins get separation anxiety.
Yeah.
Right.
It's insane. I've never seen it before. And they finish each other's sentences all the time. All the time.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
And I'm not talking like it's easy stuff, like things that we would, finish
Hamburger.
sentences. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not nothing like where you can kind of catch it. I mean, we're talking 7-word sentence. like they'll finish the other half
Like
of it,
a fully,
perfectly.
it's like a fully sentence. They'll finish each
Oh
other.
yeah, and they'll both look at me like, "You got that?"
Who they got
you hear
that
us?
from? Who they got that from?
I don't know.
Probably you.
Yeah, right. So here it is, though. Here's the story on this.
I feel like we should test them.
No,
What do you mean? We're going to take that green screen right there. We're going to put them on opposite sides.
Oh,
We're
there
going to
you go.
show one shapes and ask the other to write down
There
what
you
the
go.
other one
There
sees.
you go.
What did you think I meant?
scientific, I don't know.
That is science.
Yeah, it is science.
It's like the movie.
I was thinking more.
I'm going to hook them up to some...
like neuro.
What are we, real science now? Like the movie?
So here it is though. Identical twins Kayla and Kelly Bingham's medical school accused them of cheating on their exam. They'd given up their dreams of becoming doctors because the accusation ruined their reputation. The twins won a lawsuit after psychologists said their special intertwining made them innocent. So
Cool.
those were the bullet points there.
Well, good for them.
In the fall of 2016, identical twins Kayla and Kelly Bingham, who were studying at the Medical University of South Carolina, walked into their favorite hangout spot in the college town of Charleston. They saw that a large number of their fellow students were there. Lost it. Kayla told Insider that the students stared and nudged each other. It happened wherever we went. Kayla said people would gossip about us and we'd get a cold reception. It got to the point when we had to order delivery because we couldn't go to restaurants anymore. The sisters had been ostracized because MUSC had labeled them as cheaters. The medical school had claimed that the similar scores they'd gotten on an important exam were more than just a coincidence. It was devastating to us, Kelly said of the accusations. We both knew that we'd done nothing wrong. The twins have finally cleared their names after 6 years of torment. They won their defamation case against MUSC last month. The jury awarded them damages totaling $1.5 million. The sisters' ordeal began after they took the exam in May of 2016. Kelly said that the twins were assigned seats at the same table. We were about 4 or 5 feet apart. She said they couldn't see each other. She said because their monitors blocked their views. 2 weeks later, the faculty formally accused them of cheating. My mind was racing, Kayla said, of having to appear before the honor board. I was sobbing and incredulous that this was happening to us. She went on, there's no way to process your emotions when you're accused of something you didn't do. Kelly said that despite the trauma, she thought the school would withdraw the claims. Kelly told the council that their answers had been highly similar since first grade. They said they'd graded within a fraction of a point of one another all throughout high school. Their SAT scores were identical. They'd received the same score when they'd taken tests on different days and in different locations. The council told the sisters that a professor raised the alarm after monitoring the results of the whole class remotely. He suspected that the twins had been collaborating all along.
Good for them.
I'm happy for them and all that stuff. You know,
Hopefully they can move past it. Hopefully if they want to be doctors still, hopefully they can do that now.
I agree.
I don't know. I don't know how that goes now, but it's crazy.
I don't either. That's wild. I have no problem believing that, though.
Same.
I mean,
The siblings actually became lawyers, not doctors.
Hey, if I'm in trouble, can I give them a call? You know? They could be my sugar mama.
They also had the exact same GPAs.
Oh, jeez.
I have no difficulty really believing that, and it doesn't even need to be as crazy as. It doesn't need to be as crazy as they're just like got telepathic powers. It just if you study with the same person and you study the same shit and you're in the same fucking class and your brain works the same way. You don't need to be sitting there like talking to each other in your head. I'm not shocked they had very similar answers.
So the professor claims that they were cheating by signaling each other because their computers were facing opposite ways, and how would you know what question you were on?
Right.
I'm sure it could be done, but I mean, if they convinced a jury to give them $1.5 million, I'm guessing they have some pretty damn good evidence that they didn't.
Well, yeah. Well,
I'm sure it could be.
They said they provided past testing scores from the time they were in second grade all the way through now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow,
and everything was corroborated. So.
Jeez, McCon, they went back to see.
Hey, they were trying to prove a point.
I know. Gosh,
I would too, though, if I knew like I'm innocent here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would go to the
That's
extreme.
crazy.
You can't prove that you did something that you can't prove I did something that I didn't. You know
Exactly. Hey, Mark, we want to thank you for coming on the show with us tonight,
Thanks
man.
for coming on,
Hey,
man.
I appreciate it.
Hey, you give that towel a little extra spin for us.
I
on
will
that.
on Monday.
Show our audience what you do when they show you on the jumbotron.
I don't have a towel. I need a towel or something.
Kidding? Oh my god.
Oh, what do we got?
All right, hang on.
What about my sweater over there?
I was gonna take.
How big? I need.
I was gonna take my quarter zip off.
There you go. Take a quarter.
Is that better than the wood?
Yeah, yours is probably a lot.
Mine
smaller.
better.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see this.
You should have told me about my towel.
I know. We should
You
have
didn't
told
bring
you
the
to
fucking towel, Mark.
You didn't bring the fucking towel.
You didn't think we were gonna want to see it? If I tell you I can stand on my hands, you can tell me you don't want to see it? Like, come on.
It's like this. There you go.
Fuck.
What do you usually shout?
Let's go defense. Touchdown, baby. Make some noise.
Who do we play on Monday?
Buffalo Bills.
Fuck the Bills. Fuck the Bills. Oh my god. Got my sweater back.
Hey, Mark, man, we want to thank you for coming on this show.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
thanks very
appreciate
much.
Appreciate you, buddy. Go Bengals, as always. Who
Yes.
day?
Who Dey, baby?
Who dey?
Sports.
Hey. So, hey, as always, though, we want to thank you guys all for watching this show. Colin motherfucking Jarvis, Trey Grains here. As always, the show is brought to you by RMG. You can always find us on Spotify, iHeartMedia, or iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Hey, that's it for us today. We're done. We're out of here. Later.
Later.